Mr. O'Brien, transport him directly to the bridge.
Aye, sir. Energizing.
Security team to the bridge.
Belay that order, Lieutenant.
I just wanted to thank you all for your support. It's been fun.
So fuzzy. From the StreamYard Studios on YouTube, this is Jeopnerdy. And here's your host, John DeMarco.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Jeopardy. We're glad you're joining us, despite it being a little bit late tonight. With us, as always, is our co-host, Professor Brainy Specs.
Yes, I did make it. I'm sorry I caused the issues tonight. I was just late. Sorry.
I can't let you take the responsibility for this one, Professor.
What?
Unless you control my internet service provider.
No, I don't have that control, but, it's always my fault. Just ask the bunny.
Oh, well, he might think so, but he is confused about a great many things.
Well, that is true.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. As you may have noticed from the updates in the chat, my internet was out earlier this evening, but fortunately, we're back online now. So we'll be bringing up our first three contestants for our first round momentarily. Although first, I would like to say hello to everyone in the chat who's joining us. I saw that Anna was here earlier. Glad she stopped by. I heard that she's not feeling well. So I hope that she's be doing better soon. I say greetings also to Thomas. Glad you could make it. Welcome also to Patrick. I thank him for filling in with a game of Wheel of Trek while I was sorting out my internet issues. Appreciate that. Also, you should check out the games on his channel typically every Friday night. Hello also to Mike. Glad you could make it, sir. Greetings also to Mercer. Good to see you. Welcome, Brad Wolf. Thank you for being here. And welcome also to Omni. Glad you could stop by despite being occupied with one of your usual Paramount functions. It looks like we do have our contestants for round one, but if you would like to play in one of the later rounds, you can go ahead and click on that link that's pinned at the top of the chat. And since our returning champion Omni is not currently available, we'll bring up three new contestants for round one. So let's welcome up Patrick, Mike, and one man.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. And
Hello.
Greetings.
One man
Welcome.
can't make a difference.
Hey, Mercer, and hey, Mike.
With
What's up, Patrick?
with a souped-up Trans Am, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, actually, this is Remo Williams. This is not Michael Knight. But they have the same backstory, so.
I see.
And excellent ship there, Mike. Excellent ship.
Same story, just one has a Trans Am and the other has a martial arts master instructor.
I'll take Knight Rider myself. Thank you.
Yeah.
No offense.
Remo Williams is awesome. You guys are missing out.
Computer, change the bridge to Mike's ship. Thank you.
Get
Very
that
nice.
Z key fixed, Thomas.
Nice. Voyager Bridge. Love it.
You really need a new keyboard, that Thomas.
How you doing, John?
Good. How about you?
Oh, I'm doing fine. I was telling them I watched a very strange movie last night called Mad God, and I can't get it out of my head.
I'm not familiar with that one.
It's directed by Phil Tippett, who did the animation on the original Star Wars films, stop motion, did Jurassic Park. It's a stop motion film, and it's very disturbing. It's awesome. It's awesome, but it's disturbing.
Wow.
Anyway, thanks for allowing me to participate.
Of course.
Glad you could make it. Glad all three of you can make it.
definitely.
Are you all ready to play?
I'm as ready as ever.
Let's do it.
All right.
Do we have
Let's
questions?
play. What's that?
Do we have questions and stuff and answers and clues?
Yeah, we do. We do.
Okay, then
That's the
How
theory.
about that?
whether we can play, yes.
Let's play Jeopnerdy.
I'll take catalytic converters for 100.
First, we have O and Q substances. Next, we have permission to speak freely from Enterprise. In this case, I will provide an episode, and I want you to tell me which character asked for permission to speak freely. For our visual category, we have Q episodes. Next, numbers of acquisition. I provide the rule. You provide the number.
Oh no.
And mirror actors. In this case, I'll be looking for the name of an actor who played both their regular universe and mirror universe counterpart.
All right, 3 new players, but Patrick, you're in the first spot there, so you get to go first.
Wow. Well, hopefully I will remember some of the acquisitions from my own games, but let's start with an Enterprise. Permission to speak freely for 1,000.
The shipment.
The shipment. That would be Reed asking to Archer. Who's Reed?
That's correct.
And
Well
also
done.
Major Hayes gave his opinion to
Yeah, and I did, was that the one where Archer says, "Are you asking permission as well to speak freely?"
Yeah, that's that.
Yeah.
That's
Or is that
That's
a
it.
different episode?
no, that's that one.
Okay.
Mike, welcome to the game. It's your turn.
Thank you. Let's do Q episodes 1,000, please.
Got it.
What is true Q?
Very good.
Well done. Winking the Lancy.
One man. It's good to see you. It's your
I'll
first turn.
try mirror actors for 1,000.
Marlena Moreau.
Oh, who is MacGyver's?
That is incorrect.
Okay.
Patrick.
Um,
Oh, you want the actor?
You know the actress's name. Yes.
Yeah, I thought he was the character.
That is the character.
Yeah, I'm confused. All right. Can I
can't
reboot?
remember.
Can I reboot?
Mike.
Pass. I don't know who the actress was.
That was Barbara Luna.
Yeah, I have to reboot.
Okay.
It was TOS, right?
I don't
Yes.
reboot my
Yeah,
computer.
that
I
was
my brain.
that was the captain's woman in Mirror Mirror.
Oh, yes, of course.
I have to reboot my brain. Can I turn my brain off and restart it?
You can try.
You can attempt to do that, of course.
Reboot macht alles gut.
Brad Wolf thinks you're diabolical. He thanks you for it, Sean.
Appreciate that.
All right, Patrick, it's your turn.
Back to me. Well, let's go with another freely for 800.
Countdown.
Countdown. Countdown was who is Major Hayes?
That is
Asking for
correct.
Reed.
Very good. Mike.
Let's do Q episodes again 800.
Uh-oh.
All right. You found the daily double. You have 2,000 points. You are 1,600 behind Patrick for the lead. How much of your 2,000 would you like to wager?
all my chips in the center of the table, please.
I
Okay,
expected
true.
that much.
Daily, double. Here we go.
What is Culus?
Nicely done.
Excellent. Yeah.
Very good. And you have the lead.
Nice.
Well done.
One man.
Q episode 600. Oh, what is Death Wish?
That is correct.
Nicely done.
Very good. Back in positive territory. Patrick.
Is that the same as Foul Territory? Is that the same as Foul Territory, or is it something different?
I'm not sure. Patrick.
Let's try in rules of acquisition for 1000.
Never be afraid to mislabel a product.
Luckily. What is rule number 239?
That is correct.
That one I did use. Yes, yes, yes.
He's so giddy. Mike. it's your turn.
I'll let's stay in the acquisition category for 800.
Don't trust a man wearing a better suit than your own.
Oh God, I can hear him saying it. Oh, which rule is it? What is? What's rule 47?
Nicely done.
Yes. Okay. Never trust a man wearing a better suit than your own. I could hear it. I was like, shit, what rule is it? Shoot. Sorry.
Here I was thinking from just go with the most used number.
One man. It is your turn.
I'll take rules of acquisition for 200.
200.
Once you have their money, you never give it back.
What is rule number 1?
That's correct.
You worthless, tiny-eared fool.
Patrick. Got a tight one going. It's your turn.
Yeah, we do. Mirror actors for 800.
Mr. Kyle.
Oh no.
One and only.
Yep.
Who is John Winston?
That is correct.
Winston.
Mike.
Let's do O and Q substances for 600, please.
Oh, here we go.
Thanks to the cure discovered in the Fabrini database, McCoy's hemoglobin count returned to normal, which indicated that the flow of this to each cell of his body was back up to normal levels.
That's a mouthful, John. That's an amazing clue, though.
Well, thank you.
Don't know. Pass.
One man.
Pass.
Patrick.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass as well.
You're all going to kick yourselves.
That would have been oxygen.
Oh my gosh. Okay. It was way overthinking that.
Do.
At least you were thinking. I can't think tonight. I have no connection to the brain.
One man? Maybe you'll connect with this one. It's your turn.
I'll go with Q episodes for 400. What is a Deja Q?
That's it.
He's back.
I always watch it when I'm down. That's the one I always watch when I'm feeling down.
Oh, that's a great, funny
Hilarious.
episode.
Love it.
Patrick.
Permission 600.
I'm sorry?
Permissions 600.
Got it.
Kirshara.
Kirshara, who is Reed to Tucker.
That's correct.
Malcolm Reed.
Is that the one where Reed when he walks out of the ready room, you just see that his pants are so far up? Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dude. That's all you. Yeah.
Mike.
Let's do acquisition 600.
Greed is eternal.
That is the. That's a low number.
Big money, big money, big money.
I don't know. Pass. I should know that one.
One man.
Pass.
Patrick.
Well, you are indeed correct. It is a low number. What is 10?
That is correct.
Are you sure
Yeah.
Omni's not here tonight?
Nope. But I'm trying to channel him. No.
One man. It is your turn.
I'll take Q episodes for, what is that, 3,000? 3,000.
I'll give you 200.
Oh,
All right.
200,000?
What is Farpoint and Encounter?
Exactly right.
Read it. Excellently read it.
Or as it's also known, Encounter at Farpoint. Why they call it that, I don't know.
No,
Patrick.
He looks like he's about to go onto the set of A Few Good Men and leave a major testimony.
Yeah. Well, at least it's not a major testicle. Mirror Actor, 600.
What?
I don't know.
Vic Fontaine.
Vic Fontaine, our great actor, James Darren, who is.
That is correct.
Rest in peace, Darren, James Darren.
Indeed.
I actually really like his episodes. For the most part, it was a cool idea to put him in the show.
Yep.
And it's so off script for Star Trek that I'm glad Bear didn't mind doing it. You know what I mean?
All right, Mike, it is your turn.
I O and Q for 1,000.
During a shipwide disaster, LaForge and Crusher were trapped in a cargo bay with containers of this substance used in emergency thruster packs, which had a way of exploding.
Oh, God.
And I haven't seen this episode in 3 years.
What is Corrodum?
Nicely done.
Wow.
Very good.
I didn't realize he said Corrodum. I always thought it was a B. I thought it was Baradum, so I had to think for a second. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, sometimes that happens, huh? Mishearing.
Thought it was Baradum. Okay, well, whatever.
One
You know, I
man.
have a feeling that after that episode, they redesigned it so that the ladder was closer to the button.
A distinct possibility.
All right. I'll try Mirror Actors for 400.
Got it.
Admiral / Captain Forrest.
Oh. It's on the tip of my tongue, and I just can't connect the brain cells. Let me think. The dude. Pass.
Patrick.
Who is Von Armstrong?
That's right.
I said it. I already passed. I just had to say it anyway.
It happens.
I knew. At least I knew who it was.
Maximilian.
And good still, Patrick, and it's your turn.
I just couldn't connect
Let's
it.
try another permission for 400.
First Flight.
First flight, that would be who is Tucker to Admiral Forrest and Archer.
That's correct.
At least the admiral is the one that nodded as in giving the permission, but
Mike.
Owen Q 800, please.
With the approach of a neutronic wavefront, Archer suggested taking refuge in the catwalk since it was shielded with this alloy.
Pass.
One man.
I don't know the substance, so I'm gonna have to pass.
Patrick.
yeah. Oh, and Q.
Plot.
No, is
Plot.
that-
There. Plot.
No,
I'm sorry.
pass.
It's a plot substance.
Yes. Osmium in this
Osmium.
case.
Yeah.
Good
I was
job
thinking titanium. I think that's not an OR.
with the really tough questions.
And one man, it is your turn.
And good job, Professor, for making it even tougher somehow just by announcing the game.
Okay.
Sure. Okay.
Permission to
You're
speak.
welcome.
Just permission to speak like a captain. 200.
Fortunate son.
Oh, who is Mayweather?
That's correct.
The only time in the show you ever spoke anything beyond like yes, sir, no, sir, perhaps, sir.
Crap, sir.
The only time he actually had an opinion. The only time in the entire series that he had an opinion.
And Patrick, it is your turn.
Already?
I have no opinion on what Mercer just said.
Well, as OMQ is not really my thing, let's go with an acquisition for 400.
No.
Peace is good for business.
Peace is good for business. That's what's rule number 35.
Very good.
So is war, from what I understand.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's the 34th rule.
Yeah, that's the
Was
It's
one.
easy to get those two confused.
There's
Yes.
a book
Yes.
There's a book called The 34th Rule, written by, I think it's Peter David, but it might not be. It might be somebody else.
Paramount stealing again. Now from some other thing. Mike, it's your turn.
Let's go Owen Q 400.
Kirk was annoyed that Commissioner Barris issued a Priority 1 distress call for a couple of tons of this wheat.
Yeah,
how do you pronounce it?
As long as you're close.
I
Can I go home?
Quadro tricalorie wheat. What is quadro tricalorie wheat? I don't remember.
Close enough.
Yeah, give it.
Quadro tricalorie.
Quadrotricale.
It's okay if you don't understand how to pronounce it. It is a Russian.
My pronunciation would have even been worse, so. Yeah.
And one man, it's your turn.
I'll take 200, please, on Q actors. No, Q substances, please.
Could be an O substance.
It could be. Considered to represent perfection by the Borg, uncontrolled chain reactions of this molecule could devastate subspace.
Pass.
Patrick.
Wow. What's the Omega molecule?
Yep.
That's correct.
I don't watch a lot of Voyager, Patrick, so there you go. Voyager's not
That's on you then.
Borg's holy grail.
I like Voyager. I just don't like the characters enough to watch it a lot.
Yeah, that's of course also an opportunity, a possibility, huh? But yeah,
It's a Russian invention.
Russian. New actors. It's a Russian.
All right, Patrick, you get the last clue. Here it comes.
Do it.
Ensign / Empress Hoshi Sato.
Hoshi. Crap.
Wow.
Who's Linda Park?
Very good.
Should not
I'm going
skip
to
the
be
intro.
disappointed if you didn't know that.
No. I was just blanking.
All right. Here comes the private chat link for Cosmo Buzz. Let's head to Final Jeopnerdy. Consider how much you would like to wager based upon this category.
The Naked Now.
Uh-oh. Well,
All right, I see all three of you in. Afraid I can't do that, Mercer.
Darn. There.
All right. Waiting on Patrick.
Yeah, let's go with. Yeah, let's go with that.
Great.
Hopefully, that'll be enough.
Time will tell. It always does,
Yeah.
says the
also
doctor.
The predator that's stalking all of you.
All right, let's reveal our clue.
After Wesley took control of the ship, Riker and this chief engineer had difficulty getting past the boy's force field.
Players, you have 30 seconds. Kapla.
I've bet much more.
What's that, Patrick?
I think I should have bet much more because Mike reviewed that episode not too long ago.
You have a point there.
Shoot.
I may or may not have known this immediately.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's find out who the winner is. One man, you had 2,200 points entering Final Jeopnerdy. What was your response to the clue?
Who is Bugs Bunny? What's up, Doc? Unfortunately, that's incorrect. Sorry about that.
Sorry about that. One man. How much was your wager? 1,873, giving you 327. Interesting bet.
Yeah.
Mike, you were in second place, 8,400 points. What was your response?
It was McDougal. That is correct. Nicely done.
Darn it.
Number one, McDougal, get that boy out of engineering.
What was your wager?
Yeah.
You doubled up. 16,800 points. Impressive.
They really should have talked to Bugs Bunny's agent to have him appear as an engineer on the show. That's what they should have done.
Now, Patrick, you had the lead at 12,800 points. Your response?
Sir McDougal, great game. Thank you. That is, of course, correct. Let's see how much you wagered.
Good job, Patrick.
3,000, 15,800 points, and looks like Mike squeaked out the game. He's the champion.
Good game.
That's what I
Patrick.
said. I
Good
should
game.
have done more. Great game, Mike. Great game.
Good game.
Well
Mercer.
done.
I
Good game,
do
guys.
lack Omni's ability to do basic math.
I always, if I'm trailing in final
the engineer-
99 times out of 100, I'm going all in.
I thought the engineer in the first season had like a big beard and he was a big dude that looked like a chef.
There were several. That was Argyle, and he was in
Yeah.
he was in a few episodes, but I don't even think we don't even see a chief engineer in Farpoint, and then in Naked Now, yeah, it's McDougal.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Thomas, it's not rigged. It's just my own fault for not Not wanting to go all in.
Maybe the engineer in Farpoint was Yaphet before he transferred to Orville. That's a distinct possibility.
True.
Oh,
and by the way, if anyone else would like to play tonight, go ahead and click that link. Looks like we don't have anyone else backstage at the
What
moment.
happened to Omni? I thought he was in the chat.
He's at a party.
He's at a party.
He went outside. Yeah, he went outside on his phone. Joined us in the chat for a bit. He may still be there. I don't know.
Imagine having a social life. Couldn't be me.
He didn't invite me to the party, so.
Well, as a Paramount exec, he has a lot of schmoozing to do. Keeps him busy.
Of course.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Speaking of your videos, Mike, I am enjoying them a lot.
Yeah, Code of Honor, unfortunately, is going up tomorrow. So
I'll alert Matthew. That's his favorite episode.
I'm recording it and uploading it tomorrow. So yeah, that'll be fun.
Sorry to hear you're under the weather, Brad.
Yeah, sorry about
feel
that.
better.
A lack of sleep, Brad. That's standard operating procedure here. Yeah. Well, as always, I will be available if nobody else joins in the back room, of course. But yeah.
Well, we do have one person that has joined us in the back.
Great.
Welcome, Thomas.
Hey, Thomas.
Thomas.
Long time no see.
What?
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 Always so on point.
Only here because you need a spot.
Spot?
Watch you win.
Spot. Fearsome warrior.
Not
With
happening.
Spot. Spot's going to help you.
Spot's an awesome warrior.
Indeed.
Yeah. This
When
is
you
not
say-
Dr.
when you
Veer
say the same-
says,
When you say the same acting class as Denise Crosby, like, what do you mean? Like they went to the same school and graduated the same time or something? Trek reviewer? I'm curious.
I was kind of curious about that too.
I think it just means that they both have a similar style of acting, which is usually not a good compliment. Did you know that Gates McFadden had a scene in Hunt for Red October?
Yep.
Yes, she did.
Didn't know that.
She had about 2 lines.
Her lines were two stories, 2 glasses of water. Jack, you're going to miss the plane.
She was a pivotal character.
She was.
So she had the same husband even as in Star Trek. Jack. No.
Oh,
Did you know that the bear that he brings home
Not her husband, I
on the
know.
plane in that movie at the end when he brings home the bear for Sally, it's the same bear that was in Die Hard.
I did not know that either.
That was in the back of Argyle's, Chief Engineer Argyle's limousine.
Chief engineers are what?
I
Limousine.
wonder we didn't see him anymore after season 1.
Indeed.
I saw this video today. The box that Obi-Wan takes Vader's lightsaber out of in New Hope apparently is the same box in Superman that the Krypton was in.
Yes. Oh, dude, all right.
Oh,
I gotta
really?
tell you guys this. I wish I could just show it to you, but because we're doing this chat, I can't. But I showed it to a friend of mine, and he laughed his head off. In Chile, what they would do when they aired the Star Wars trilogy and a few other movies like Lord of the Rings, when they aired them on TV, they figured out a way, against the wishes of like George Lucas and all those people, to integrate the commercials into the film. So, in other words, when Obi-Wan Kenobi and Luke are having the conversation about his father, and then Kenobi goes over and opens the box, and they're doing this conversation. He opens the box, and you see, instead of a lightsaber, you see a cutaway to the case is full of beer with ice, and he pulls out a beer, and then suddenly the advertisement comes on for that beer. What they did was they edited the commercial into the film. and it is hilarious. And they do it with a few other scenes too. They actually edited an advertisement into the film. I have to share a video on YouTube. I could share a video of it on YouTube, but they got away with it. They got away with it, and it is brilliant. I'm actually going to share it right now.
I see how it is, Professor. No.
What?
It is the most. It is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Trying to get rid of me.
Wow, Jeff. This is mean.
Wow, what? I'm just trying to give people an opportunity to play if they'd like to.
Exactly.
It's like a seamless transition from the movie to the beer commercial.
My goodness.
Here it is. Here it is. Check it out.
Can't
dude.
win for trying.
It is the funniest thing you'll ever see.
Welcome to my world.
We're trying to be an inclusive, all-inclusive environment here. Good.
By kicking out the European guy. Got it.
Check out the link I just put in. Check out the link I just put in. It is the funniest thing you'll ever see. It's
Maybe you'd get an Asian or an African or or New
Cinnabon-
Zealand.
Cinnabon says he has a headache, so I don't think he'll be joining today.
Aw.
That's too bad.
When
Headache,
you
huh?
said them.
That's funny, Bert. That's funny.
Well, actually, he said migraine, but whatever.
Oh, migraine.
Ouch.
Well, that's different. That's worse.
It didn't stop him from harassing me in Discord today.
Yeah, but that's easy. Discord's just text.
Yeah, whatever.
Unless it was with audio, then it's not text.
Anyway, do you see the video?
wasn't.
It's pretty funny.
Well, if we
And there
don't have
goes-
any other takers at the moment, we could do a round with 4 players.
No, I will just go in the back and let Mercer play.
I'll stay in the back. I'll stay in the back. I lost. I
I'm
came
going
last
in the
week.
back.
I think
I'll
I
stay in the
came-
back.
No, no, you do not.
Wait, who bet it all? Who bet it all?
Well,
I lost.
Yeah, well, I go in the
I
back
think I
and
ended
then
up in
come
the-
back for
I think
4
I
hours.
think I wait a minute. I think I wound up in positive territory.
Yeah,
You did.
You did.
You did.
Yes.
Did somebody end up with 0 or
Yes, Patrick did.
Oh, really? Okay, so then
No, he didn't.
What?
Sorry.
Wow. What? My goodness, Jeff.
Sorry, I got mixed up.
Wow.
I got mixed up. I'm sorry. I made a mistake.
I did bet, but I did only bet 3,000.
No.
Oh,
You were,
Wow.
what, 1,000 off the lead?
Yeah.
My mistake.
Yeah, that was also my mistake.
Hmm.
Well, John, it's your choice. Who goes to the back?
I'm just here if you need me, and I love being here. But I'll just I won't be insulted if I do not play.
So would
Wow,
you rather?
Brad.
Oh, that's interesting observation.
Brad's right.
And I'm being honest here. I mean, I highlighted it myself, so it's not like I'm hiding things.
True.
I don't agree with the comment, but
Nor do I. So would you prefer that I send one of you backstage as opposed to doing a 4-player game?
Yeah, usually you do the 4-player games in the 3rd round. Nobody shows up. So,
And only
True.
if there are 4 people that haven't played before. So
or 4 people that have played, or 2 people that have played and 2 people that haven't, or 1 person that has played and 3 people that have not. Or
now I'm getting a migraine.
3 people that have played and 1 person that hasn't.
Are you trying to?
So if there's 4 people in the third game,
Well,
Mercer, take your meds.
well, if I am going to select somebody to send backstage to be most fair, I guess I would have to pick the person who finished in 3rd place.
Wow.
all right.
But then again,
All right, I guess that's me, right?
Yes, in this case, that would be you, Gromit.
Okay.
I would Gromit
See you later.
Gromit, he didn't play last time.
No.
Some other guy.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Well, that's good. I think Gromit may be the one man or maybe the one dog who can make a difference.
I will wait for round 4. Hopefully, I'll be able to play then. Thanks, guys.
4.
Sounds good.
I may not be here for round 4.
Mercer can take Jeff's spot.
I just like watching and playing.
There is no game.
Oh yeah, so I forgot it's Jeopnerdy. I keep forgetting.
No, it's Jeopnerdy. But it's true. Without Jeff, there is no game. In any case,
without John, there's no game.
Also true.
But you could do the game without me. You can't do the game without John.
Well, I wouldn't have your board, so it wouldn't be the same.
Without Omni,
but you could do it.
Without Omni, we won't know whose food is their favorites.
Well, in any case, I'll go ahead and send you backstage, Mercer, but you're welcome to return for round 3 if you like.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks.
Weird.
So let's play Jeopnerdy.
Jeopnerdy.
For our first category, we'll be starting with P, substances.
Yes, I need to
Pizza.
Permission to speak freely from Voyager this time.
Denied.
Is that going to be the same thing, episode name, and we have to tell you who the character is?
Yes.
Okay.
And next we have Wayun episodes. This is our visual category. This brings us to Enterprise D decks. You'll be providing a deck number.
Okay.
And then we have Augment Actors. Similar idea as last time.
Okay.
Mike, returning champion. You get to go first, sir.
Let's do permission to speak freely Voyager for 1,000, please.
Warhead.
Who is... goodness. What's her name?
Zoom.
Yeah. I don't know her name. Pass.
Patrick.
Who is Jenkins?
Correct.
To Harry Kim.
Who?
Jenkins.
Very good.
Jenkins.
Pivotal character.
Mm-hmm.
I would say.
Excellent block there, Mike.
All right, Patrick. Your turn.
Which one do I want? I like... Well, you know what? Let's go with 800, same category. Rake in some points.
Parallax.
Parallax. That would be... Who is Chakotay?
Yep.
That's correct.
And he will not be her token Maquis officer.
Exactly.
Yes.
Thomas, welcome to the game, sir.
Wayne for 200.
Wayne for 2.
I like to pick a D. What is Call to Arms?
That's correct.
I like to buy an A.
Wrong stream.
Mike.
Let's do Enterprise D decks for 800.
Riker's Quarters.
What is deck 8?
That's right.
Wow. Out of the top of your head.
Poker's at 1,700 hours in my quarters. Deck 8.
Exactly.
You got it.
Perfect.
And Patrick, we're back to you.
Let's try an augment actor for 800.
Serena Douglas.
Yes, I know. That was the quiet one, and the quiet one was played by... Who is Sully? Faith Sully.
That's correct.
That's a hard one, man. Faith the heart.
Thomas.
Weigh in for 400.
Mhm.
What is To the Death?
Very good.
Oh.
Mike.
And I'm very much alive.
Let's do Enterprise Dex for 1,000, please.
Cargo Bay 12.
I want to say it's what is deck 38?
Unfortunately, that is incorrect.
Patrick.
What is deck 39?
There you go.
No! Is it really?
What is deck 40?
Thanks for the assist.
All right, Patrick, you got an impressive lead. It's your turn.
Yeah, let's try to keep it. Weyung episode 600. Oh, the one with Ciel. Crap. What's in the cards?
That is incorrect.
Thomas.
Well, I'm not sure because it's not in order of airing. So, pass.
Mike.
What is? I don't know. Pass. If it's Roxy Souls, I'm going to be upset.
That was from Favor the Bold.
Okay.
Favor the Bold.
Is that the scene where he talks about not having an aesthetic sense?
Yep.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
Thomas, it's your turn.
Weigh in for 1,000. What is the changing face of evil?
You got it.
Yep.
Nicely done.
Changing face of
Rigged.
How's it rigged?
It just is.
Mike.
Let's do Voyager 600.
Learning Curve.
Who is Crewman Shell?
That's right.
Tuvok, yes.
Well done. Patrick.
Augment actors 1000. Please.
Joaquin.
Phoenix.
Crap. And he was also the who is Judson Scott? The Romulan.
That is incorrect.
Thomas.
Crap.
Pass.
Mike.
Well, Thomas or Patrick took my guess, so I'm going to say pass.
Oh shoot!
He was played by Mark Tobin.
Mark Tobin. Yeah,
Joaquin was his guy in Space Seed.
Yeah. Yeah, my bad. I pulled the Cinnabon. Space Seed? What's that?
Thomas, it's your turn. You can take the lead, Thomas.
Weigh in for 800.
Ouch.
Pass.
Mike.
What is Ties of Blood and Water?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Perfect.
What a coincidence, Patrick.
What?
That was one on your Wheel of Trek today.
It was.
I thought that was the answer, but I wasn't sure.
Oh yeah.
That's the poison drink that Wayne just drank anyway.
Yeah, the poison drink that I got, but doesn't
No,
know
that
that.
It's quite vile.
He just picks up his
All
drinks and Cisco looks at him like, what the hell?
We got a tight game with all three players. Mike, you can take the lead. It's your turn.
Enterprise D 600, please.
The Battle Bridge.
Isn't that also what is Deck 8?
That is also correct.
Yeah.
Must be a very big deck.
Indeed.
600 points separates
Wait a minute.
first to last.
So there's only 7 decks in the saucer section?
Not necessarily. They think there's some overlap between the lower part of the saucer
Exactly.
and the Star Drive section.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are.
Because
The,
10 forward is Deck 10,
top-
and that's the saucer. So
All right, Patrick, you can take the lead. It's your
Yeah, the
turn.
combo is a couple of decks high. Let's try that augment actors again, but for 600 this time.
Malik.
Malik was played by Alec Newman, who is, if I'm not mistaken,
That's correct.
Gold Station.
That's an odd name.
Alec
Who-
Newman
who-
is.
Who is, if I'm not mistaken, that's an odd name.
Oh, Thomas, never change.
Wow, Czech reviewer. Just wow.
love it.
Thomas, your turn.
P for 200.
The Genesis planet destroyed itself as a result of David Marcus including this unstable substance in the Genesis matrix.
What is protomatter?
That is correct.
And pineapple on a pizza.
Still got a tight game going. Mike, it's your turn.
P for 1,000.
Will everybody stop saying P?
Cisco was curious if the baseball league on Cestus 3 used bats made of wood or this material, but Yates confirmed they used wood, of course.
What is polyduranide?
You got it.
Nice.
Well done.
Known as
Very
aluminum.
good.
Aluminum.
I was about to say plastic, but that didn't make sense to me. Who the hell would use a plastic bat?
aluminum?
Transparent aluminum bats.
That'd be kind of cool, actually.
Patrick.
800, please.
In an alternate future, Picard's physician prescribed this medication for Irumodic syndrome, although it wasn't a cure.
Ooh. Was it?
Was it?
I'm blanking. P. It needs to be about P. And nothing is coming to mind, so I'm gonna pass.
Thomas.
Pass.
Mike?
So small.
I can hear Crusher saying it, but is it what is Paradaxin?
That would be it.
Yes.
Wow. And
Very good.
my waltz is over me. Perfect.
Welcome, Tokyo.
Hello, Tokyo.
Tokyo.
You
Hello.
should play in game 3, Tokyo.
Indeed.
Thomas.
That would be a comeback tour for him.
Enterprise D for 400.
Main engineering.
What is deck 11?
That is incorrect, I'm afraid.
Mike?
What is Deck 36?
Yep.
That's it.
Main engineering, deck 36.
You must have missed a part where I said was deck 11 plus 25 or whatever.
It broke up on that part.
I love it.
Mike, it's your turn. I was listening to the music.
That was my cuckoo clock that my parents got me for Christmas.
Oh, nice.
And it was singing it in keeping with something that's in Star Trek. It was singing "Oh My Darling Clementine."
Very nice.
Right, recognized it. Yeah.
But I wasn't surgically operating on 7 or anything while singing it. That would be dark. Voyager 400, please.
Very.
30 days.
Who is Tom Paris?
That's correct.
30 days.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
Tokyo.
Yeah. Augment
And Patrick.
400, please.
You got it.
The augment, but what about the augment?
Joachim.
Yeah. Who is Judson Scott?
That would be correct.
Would be funny if
Thomas.
I couldn't remember.
Enterprise D200.
The main bridge.
Deck 1.
Very good.
What is?
There you go.
All right, Mike. Back to
Where
you.
is? How is?
I'll do Voyager 200, please.
The disease.
Who is Harry Kim?
Very good. We don't have to drag you to sickbay.
Now, was he denied permission to speak? I'm pretty sure.
No,
he
but
said
he
it-
was denied permission to question her orders because he hasn't earned the right yet.
And he was
Patrick.
never promoted because of it. Yeah. Let's finish out the augment actors.
Khan Noonien Singh, the one and only.
Yeah, who is Ricardo Montalban?
That's correct.
Oh, who is Benedict Cumberbatch? Batch? However the
Benedict
hell you say it.
That is incorrect.
Rigged.
Let's take some points off Thomas's score. I'm sorry.
And add it to mine. Thank you.
Could be
Thomas.
worse. That could have been Ami. I could have said whatever that kid actor's name was.
Groundbreaking actor.
400.
When the Reliant picked up a minor energy flux reading on one dyno scanner, Chekhov supposed that it could be a particle of this caught in the matrix.
Pass.
Mike.
What is pre-animate matter?
That's it.
Wow.
Well said.
Discovered by someone from Leningrad, I'm sure.
No doubt.
What lady?
I suppose it could be a particle of pre-animate matter coating the matrix.
Very good.
Maybe it's something we can transplant.
You know what she'll say.
Matrix is overrated.
All right, Mike. Final clue. It's the Daily Double. We waited this long for it.
Rigged.
Mike, you are in the lead by 2,600 points. You have
Go
8,600 points. How much would you like to wager?
Well, I mean, do I go for game now? Yeah, screw it. 4,000.
All right, for 4,000.
The mining operation on Janus 6 sent a distress call when some kind of creature was killing miners and interfering with the excavation of this mineral.
I should not have gone for game right now. Oh God. Oh, what is per GM?
You got it.
Yes.
You should go for game right now.
Okay.
Well done.
Were they miners or miners?
We're mining miners.
Well, they're not Kurogan, so I think they were not miners.
But were they major miners? Mining majors?
Link for Cosmo Buzz in the private chat. Let's
Yep,
head to
let's go there
final Jeopnerdy.
Speaking
Consider
of Kurogans,
how much you would like to wager on this category.
Cold Station 12.
But are you cold on Cold Station 12? Yeah, why not? Do it. I really need to pee.
Almost messed up Thomas's bet, but I got it correct.
Almost
What?
messed me up. Okay.
Let's reveal our clue.
This longtime friend of Dr. Phlox was the senior medical director of Cold Station 12 when the facility was raided by augments.
Players, you have 30 seconds. Kapla! All right.
Da, 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 da.
All right. Thomas, you were in third place with 3,600 points entering final Jeopnerdy. What was your response to the clue?
Dr. Lucas, not Lewis. That is correct.
That's a Matthewism if you're unaware.
Indeed.
Very good. How much was your wager? 3,597. Giving you 7,197 points. Well done. Patrick, you had 6,000 points.
Yep.
Your response was?
To Dr. Jeremy Lucas, excellent game. Thank you, and that is correct.
And your wager was?
Everything.
6,000, doubling your score to 12,000. Well done.
rigged.
Mike, you were in the lead at 12,600 points. Your response to the clue was?
Luis Ricardo Montalban's massive pectoral muscles. Good game. That would have been a very interesting guest star, but
Wow.
unfortunately incorrect.
And I'll point out before revealing, this bet amount is not allowed on the actual game show.
Is it not? That's funny.
It is not.
Wow, Mike. Wow.
69.
Nice.
Taking you down to 12,531 points. However, you are still the champion, Mike.
Well done, Mike.
Well played.
Bang.
Wait, I thought the lowest score wins this game.
It's not
I
golf.
I thought only the even scores won.
I mean, if you well,
I was the closest to $1 when actually, no, I went over by a lot. Never mind. We all lost.
No, I would have thought that you would know this one, Mike.
no, isn't that that's a Enterprise question?
Indeed,
Nope,
it is.
nope. I've seen 4 episodes of Enterprise total. Ever.
Okay.
Well,
It's an
we were
Enterprise
watching-
question. I will not know it most likely.
If you had joined us in Cinema's Discord, we were watching this episode like last week.
Yep. Also true.
Unless it happens to be some random there's not a lot about Enterprise I know, so
This one was so easy that while John was still reciting the question, I was already typing the answer. From Dr. Flox's friend? Okay, Lucas, click. Yep. very easy. But
That's
excellent.
was all the except for Judson Scott was all the augment stuff and Montalban obviously was all the augment stuff Enterprise.
No. The one Serena Douglas was, for example, was from DS9.
Yeah,
She was the one that Bashir cured, who was originally unable to speak.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
The quiet one.
Okay. That's right.
Oh.
Do re mi fa mi re. That one. Okay. Yeah.
That one.
That's
Okay.
it.
Do re mi omni-rigged? What did you say?
Do we have any new players who would like to join us for round 3? So you can go ahead and click on that link at the top of the chat.
Yes,
Anna.
Yeah, I don't think she's up to it.
And Tokyo, just do it. There is no Omni, so you still have a chance.
Yeah, come on up, Tokyo. You should play.
I agree.
Tokyo.
Or anyone else out there in the chat, you're welcome to click on that link and join us.
Indeed. Please do. Truck reviewer, please come on up. Play Jeopnerdy.
Right up. You have 5
Omni,
seconds to comply.
you're welcome to come up if you'd like, if you're able, if you're home.
Is the party over?
No chance. I'm retired. No, you're not retired. You are tired, but not retired.
Tokyo, you're still a good player. Come on.
Indeed.
We'd love to have you come up and play. Truck reviewer says that doesn't have a mic hooked up right now.
But do you have a John hooked up?
Wow. Okay.
Just a random other name, not related to this John. Sorry.
Well, over here we would refer to a toilet as a John too, but whatever.
Yeah, that is something I thought of after I had already said it. So yeah. No.
Well, in the meantime, I'll bring Gromit back up.
Yep.
Come here, Gromit.
What about Tokyo? Is Tokyo not playing?
Well, he hasn't joined us in the panel or in the backstage.
Oh, okay. I will do my best to not fail you.
Tokyo, people want to see you play. Come on up.
Indeed.
Where are you, Tokyo? Come out, wherever you are.
Come out,
He's in Tokyo,
come out,
Japan.
Wherever you are.
Do you know that for a fact?
We've seen him driving there.
Well, he may not be there right now.
Hey,
Well, Tokyo's a very big city, so.
Professor, can you imitate when Picard did that drinking song in that one episode where he's at the bar and doing a drinking song?
Come cheer up, my lads.
Yes.
To glory we steer to find something new in this wonderful year. I'm done. I'm sorry.
That's not the captain I remember. That's not the captain I remember.
My favorite part about that was like he's in Ted Ford singing, and Geordi comes over. What's the captain up to? Like he's plotting something.
That's an interesting twist.
You know what I really liked about that episode from a special effects standpoint is when they're on the bridge, and you see the pulsar. Was it like a pulsar or something?
Yeah.
And it actually changes the lighting on the bridge. They synced it up, so there's actually light hitting the faces of the actors coming from the star. That was pretty cool. They don't usually do that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I also really liked.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I also really liked in the ready room. They got a lot out of just doing profile shots of Riker and Picard standing each other down. You know, they shot from the side for both for both actors. It kind of worked.
Your side, my side.
It's a good episode.
My side.
I was never really big on that episode.
It
No,
felt
it's
like-
okay. It's
it felt like
okay.
he needed something a little bit
I
more-
appreciate that one because Trek has this problem where someone's acting out of the ordinary and no one notices it until it's way too late, and they actually notice it in that one that he's acting out of character.
Yeah, you know what I always hated as much as I
Or
loved,
or they notice it and they shrug it off.
you know what I always,
that one they actually act appropriately, and I appreciate it for that.
you know what as much as I love Deep Space Nine, there are 2 episodes where Bashir is not Bashir, and as soon as you realize it's not him, the actor that plays Bashir is doing a terrible job. Like the episode The Passenger, once you get to the final act of The Passenger, he's way overdoing it. And then when you get to the final act of Inferno's Light, it's completely ridiculous.
As soon as he knows it, he starts grinning in the turbo lift, and that's
Yeah, he
just
starts. It's almost like he's overdoing it.
Well, in that case, Siddig wasn't told that he was a changeling until that episode.
Right, but once you realize it's him, and once the script figures it out, then he acts terribly.
yeah. I do agree there. But I'm going to backstage. I need to pee because of the pee category. So you can.
Is that where the P corner is?
While you
it doesn't.
great. While you do that, I'm going to look at my collection and absorb as much knowledge as I can through the air.
Okay.
Well, hopefully that'll help you in round 3.
You people are weird.
Well, we don't have any other new contestants, so I guess gentlemen.
Tokyo.
Yeah,
Tokyo. Tokyo.
I'll do my best, but nobody likes me, so you should.
Well, that's not true.
That's not true. Who said that? Whose ass do I need to kick?
Oh, that was Omni. You should kick him.
Bet.
Wow. Omni never said that.
Hold on, I'll give you a list of people. you
Omni,
can kick.
come and get some. We don't talk about Gromit like that.
Let's see.
I'm ready, but I'll do my best. I'm not too sharp, but I'll do my best. Hopefully they're
I
all.
believe Matthew said that too, so you can kick Matthew too.
Wow.
Hopefully they're all.
This is no way for him canceling the virtual pub that I'm just adding his name to a fake list.
Tokyo, you should stop talking about yourself like that. Because it's not true.
No, it is not true.
Not by any stretch of the imagination.
I know, Tokyo, if I'm here, you can do it.
Well, are we ready to play, gentlemen?
Let's do
Yes.
it.
All right.
Well, you're going to wait for Patrick?
I was under the impression that he was going to stay backstage for this round.
Well, no, he said, hey, I had to use the lavatory in the backstage, so I would clean
Well-
it later if I were you, but
I thought he was just not playing, but it would be cool if he did.
I suppose I could double check to make sure there's not a miscommunication there. Are you planning to play in round 4, Patrick, or are you staying backstage? You let us know in the pro chat if you wish.
R.I.P. Steelers.
all they deserved. Let's see. All I see is Tokyo in the back chat were named. And who is Batane?
I said who is Patai because it was the same actor.
Patai.
It was the same actor that played Lucas that played Patai.
He also played Seamus.
He was also in The Fugitive.
Patrick, are you playing this game?
He may not be back yet.
He
Four players-
messaged in the private chat.
4 players is great. That way it takes less pressure on me to win.
I'm good with whatever. If we want to do
He
4-player games, fine
says
with me.
he says let the others play, but if you want to do a 4-player, then I'm up for it.
Yeah, let's do 4-player.
Yeah.
It's
4-player?
Only live once.
Fork-a-plier.
Well, Patrick is back by popular demand.
Okay, then.
Right. We can do that. We have the technology.
But I needed to pee, and luckily I did.
He only had to walk to Germany to do it.
That isn't that far.
Yeah, I know. It's like 10 feet.
No, about 10 kilometers.
So I've got Thomas as the second player, Gromit as the third, and Patrick as the fourth. All right.
No.
Sorry?
I want to be the fifth.
You want to be the fifth?
Well, John has proven that being a 5th player is something that's very successful.
Yeah.
Nah.
All right, let's play Jeopnerdy.
First category is R substances.
Crap.
Next, we have permission to speak freely from the TOS films and TNG.
Crap.
For our visual category, we have Shran episodes.
Double crap.
Next, we have Starship registries.
Ooh.
I'll be providing the name of the ship. I want you to tell me the registry number.
Could you do the other way around, please?
Not this time. And finally, we have TOS and TAS voice actors. You'll provide a list of roles. I want you to tell us who provided the voice.
Okay.
Okay, Mike, returning champion. You get to go first.
Let's do permission to speak freely for 1,000.
Silicon Avatar.
Who is Riker?
That's correct.
I did my homework.
Well
Good call.
done. Thomas.
Well, hold on, I lost the page. TOS, TAS voice for 1,000.
Trelane's dad, the Guardian of Forever, Provider number 1, and the Excalbion.
Who is James Doohan?
Unfortunately, that is incorrect.
Gromit.
Rigged.
That's what I was gonna say, so I'm gonna pass.
Patrick.
Pass.
Mike.
Will you accept the first name?
I'd want the last name for this one.
Okay, then I don't know it. Pass. I know it's Bartel something.
Yeah, Bart LaRue.
Bart.
Who?
Okay.
Butler who?
And to clarify, yeah, James Doohan did provide the voice of the Guardian in TAS, but he did not provide the voices for those other characters on the list. And that's why I did not accept that as an answer.
And that is why you are the quiz master.
All right. Gromit.
I will take Shran for 1,000.
Got it.
That is you want the name of the episode?
Yes.
What is that's a good one. What is Babel?
That is incorrect, unfortunately.
Patrick.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What is United?
That is also incorrect.
Darn
Mike?
it.
Pass.
Thomas.
I don't think Saval was in those 3.
I don't know.
So pass.
No, but he was in Kirshara.
That's your, you were thinking that's the other trilogy.
That's when Enterprise got really freaking good.
And then they got canceled.
But I mean, seriously, they just like decided let's do some quality storytelling, not just good stories, but let's actually do a backstory to some of the TOS lore. You know what I mean? Like specific backstory that actually makes TOS make a little more sense.
Yeah.
All right, Patrick.
Let's reset my score with a permission to speak freely for 800.
Denied.
Wow.
Lower decks.
Lower decks. Who is Cito?
That is correct.
Please do.
Cito Jackson.
Back to positive territory. Very good. Mike.
Let's try registries for 600.
The USS Stargazer.
What is NCC 2893?
You got it.
Nice.
Well done. Thomas, your turn.
Strand for 200.
Non-canon.
What is the Enar?
That is correct.
So it is canon. Whoops. My bad.
Well, you did hear that Tuvok's daughter was born in the city of T'Pol, so there you go. Obviously, it's the name for her.
I don't think that's what he was referring to. Gromit.
Yeah, but that means it's canon because T'Pol was an Enterprise, so.
I'll take Shran for 800. Oh, what is Proving Ground?
That's correct.
Well done.
Very good.
I love that episode. I watched it in Blu-ray a couple weeks ago, and it was fantastic.
Nice.
And Patrick, back to you.
Starship Registries for 1,000, please.
The USS Bellerophon, Intrepid class, to be exact.
What?
Oh, yes. What's NCC 74705?
Very good.
Yep. The other great Intrepid. With a corner of Neelix mess hall.
Right. Got a close one now. Mike, it is your turn.
Let's do registries 800.
USS Republic.
No idea. Pass.
Thomas.
Pass.
Gromit.
Pass.
Patrick.
Come on, it's not that hard. What's the NCC 1371?
That's right. Kirk
I
mentions
don't
it
remember
in,
the numbers.
Yeah, and Kirk mentions it in Court Martial.
You know how many times I've seen that episode?
I haven't seen it recently enough. Unfortunate.
And Thomas, your turn.
Shran for 400. Oh, what the hell is that called again? What is the Endorian incident?
That's right.
Yeah, don't make my mistake and call it Pajam.
I was about to think about, that they didn't do that there.
That's what he's talking about, getting into a duel over math equations.
Gromit.
I'll take Shran for, what is that, 6,000? Yeah.
600.
Let me have a look at this. Oh, what is Shadows of Bajem?
Unfortunately, that is incorrect.
Oh man.
Patrick.
What is Ceasefire?
That's the one.
Oh man, I couldn't see what the heck was going on in that picture.
Wow.
Looked like a campfire or something.
And Patrick, it's your turn. You have the lead.
Yeah. Strange. Let's go with a permission for 600.
Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country.
The Undiscovered Country. Who is Valaris?
That's right.
Betraying Valaris.
I do not
Did she?
remember.
Was she at the meal? I don't remember. Was she
Lie.
at dinner time when they went to drink Romulan ale and they were at dinner?
No.
Was they actually
No.
there?
No, she wasn't there.
She brought up the idea of getting the Romulan ale out of storage, but she wasn't actually in the dinner scene.
What
That's
an insult. Why would you give Klingons Romulan ale? They're like mortal enemies.
Excellent.
At that point, I don't think they were. All right, Mike, it's your turn.
Out.
Let's do R for 1,000.
As part of Eddington's scheme, the Maquis hijacked several thousand tons of selenium, and this substance, which could be combined to produce cobalt diselenide, a biogenic weapon.
I don't know. Pass.
Thomas?
Well, I thought this was part of one of Jeff's schemes, but I don't know. Pass.
Gromit? I have no idea what that is, Thomas.
I have a guess, but I don't want to risk it, so I'm going to pass. But I'll guess afterwards.
Patrick?
What is rhodium nitrite?
That is correct.
Would you have accepted rhodium? Because that was all I could think of.
Yes, I probably would have taken rhodium.
And Jeff, I'm referring to this wonderful lady that made a song about Cinnabon and Cinnabon's non-existent cabal about your schemes.
That's
So
very
that's
gracious
what,
of you, John. John, that's very
Okay.
gracious of you as the arbiter of what is considered a good answer or what is considered
I will
a
be the judge.
failed, wrong answer.
No problem.
And Thomas, it's your turn.
Starship registries for 200. Why not?
Enterprise from the 22nd century.
What is NX-01?
Very good.
Oh, Mr. VP. Gromit, it's your turn.
I'll take 400 for permission to speak.
Granted.
Sins of the Father.
Oh, who is Worf?
That's right.
You cannot ask these questions within the boundaries of protocol.
I love Tony Todd.
Tony Todd's awesome.
Yes, he is.
He's awesome as Kern, and he's awesome as Jake Sisko.
He's awesome. He's just awesome. There's never been anything he's nothing on.
Visitor is highly overrated.
Oh,
My problem with the Visitor has nothing to do with him. My problem with the Visitor is the future scenes on the Defiant, where they're all just kind of hanging out. That looked kind of stupid, the uniforms, but he was awesome in it.
Wait, were those also all good thing uniforms or
Yeah, but they,
same uniforms in All Good Things and in Endgame, yes.
they don't look a little weird, and it just, I don't know. But the story was great, so it doesn't matter.
Yes.
All right, Patrick, it's your turn.
Let's kill the registries for 400.
No, not the registries.
USS Voyager.
What is NCC 74656?
That is correct.
Wow, I didn't even know that. I don't even
Oh,
watch.
that one I know, but at the top of my head, don't even have to think about it. Because Voyager is my favorite ship.
Really?
Yep.
It's a spoon. It looks like a spoon.
Oh, no.
It is a mighty spoon sitting on top of my...
There is no spoon.
That's what I was just thinking, Mercer. Mike, it is your turn.
R800.
After an outbreak of Rigelian fever on the Enterprise, McCoy needed large quantities of this substance to synthesize an antidote, and the nearest supply was on a planet inhabited by Mr. Flint.
What is Ritalin.
Very good.
No.
Don't you mean Ritalin?
Close enough.
What is
Yeah.
pineapple? He needs lots of pineapple.
That doesn't begin with an R.
Thomas.
TOS actors 200.
Christine Chappell, the Enterprise computer, Maress, and Amanda Grayson.
Who's Major Barrett?
Very good.
Good job.
Indeed. Gromit.
I'll
it's your
take
turn.
permission to speak for 2000. It's 2000. 200. 3 zeros. Yeah. 2000.
200. Yes. 200.
Star Trek: The Motion Picture.
Who is Wuss Decker? Commander Decker.
That's correct.
Wuss Decker?
Wuss. He's a wuss.
He's a wuss, yes.
He was, but not anymore. Oh, wrong Decker.
Oh, delayed that May phaser order.
Oh, this is a stupid scene.
See, I like the movie. I just can't watch it anymore. There's just something about it that just it's almost like I don't know. It just doesn't work. I don't know why.
Patrick.
Oh, my turn again.
Indeed.
TOS and TAS voice actors for... Yeah, let's go with 400.
M5, Arik, Koloth, Robert April.
That would be... Yeah, I would say, who is James Doohan?
Would be correct to say that.
I almost thought it wasn't.
He stole my answer.
Sorry.
Mike?
R600, please.
Got it. All right. Got the daily double. You are 3,000 points off the lead. You have 4,800. How much of that would you like to wager?
Let's wager 3,000.
All right. Could be a tight game here for 3,000.
The protective shield of Outpost 12 was no match for the Romulan plasma weapon, despite being composed of this substance.
Can you see it, Enterprise? Can you see it? Switching now. I gotta watch that episode again.
What? I don't know. I don't know.
That was rhodinium.
Okay.
I loved when they got all these great guest stars to show up and they're all in makeup like they're burned and you know and everything. They overact everything. It's great. Can you see it, Enterprise? Switching now.
Too close for missiles, switching to guns.
Sorry about that, Mike. Thomas? Thomas, your turn.
800.
Trelane's mom, the Beta 5 computer, ISIS, Commander Liskine.
Pass.
Gromit.
Oh, you need a voice actor.
Yep.
I don't know. Pass.
Patrick.
Who is Babcock?
That's correct.
Who?
Her first name. Oh, Barbara.
Barbara Babcock.
Indeed.
I always think of the nanny with that name.
Gromit. It's your turn.
600, please, Alex. 600.
You got it.
Anne Nored, Devna, Carla 5, Sarah April.
Pass. I've never heard of those characters.
Patrick.
This one. don't know about the other one, but Sarah April was voiced by Michelle Nichols. So who is Michelle Nichols?
That'd be correct.
Well, considering that only a handful of people did all the other voices in the animated series, you know.
True.
All right, Patrick. 2 clues left.
Then let's go with the 200 one. Not too sure about the R's.
As a birthday present, McCoy gave Kirk eyeglasses since the Admiral was allergic to this medication.
Yeah, I should know that one. But I can't. Yeah, the only thing coming to my mind is Ritalin, but that's not what this is for. So I'm gonna pass.
Mike?
What is Retnex?
Retnex. Yep.
That's correct.
When you hear it, you know it
Don't
again.
mince words, Mike. Tell me what you really feel.
I'm your doctor, and I'm your friend.
Beware Romulans bearing gifts.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this will be a gift for Mike. Last clue, Mike. Here it comes.
Woo-hoo.
When Worf was shifting through different realities, Data detected a quantum flux in this substance in Worf's cells.
What is RNA?
That is correct.
Very good.
Woohoo.
All right, one last time. In
no more vowels.
Is Cosmolink, Cosmo Buzz Link, if I can get it out.
I can't use the same one.
You can. It's the same one. I'm just putting it in there in case somebody doesn't have it. Let's head to final Jeopnerdy, and if I can talk. So I'm having trouble talking all of a sudden.
Try.
Consider how much you like to wager based upon this category.
Voice roles.
Visceral.
How many points do I have? Okay.
Gromit, you have 1,200.
Did you get my bet, Jeff?
No, I didn't because you're not in there.
I'm here.
I do not see you.
I do not remember.
A lie.
A choice.
An error.
A disconnect.
That's
never
what I
kill
believe
anyone at this
happened to
subject.
Thomas. There he is.
Where is the peace conference?
I'll do my best on that, okay, Thomas?
Mm-hmm. Better be exactly what I put down.
Well, I can't give you that. But I will say out what it is when we get there.
I love these questions that John comes up with every week. They're brilliant.
Thank you.
Gromit,
Yes.
you cannot bet that amount.
Why not?
And
I see what
you did.
I added up incorrectly. I'm sorry.
And Mike, you dropped out of Cosmopuz.
There.
Oh, did I? I'm sorry. Let me.
There. Do you see my new bet? That's what
Yes,
I
I do. Yes, I do. Thank
That's what I
you.
meant. I'm
I
sorry.
think Patrick is trying to eliminate the competition.
You need to jumpstart my
doing
brain.
anything.
I can't add or subtract tonight.
Okay.
Am I
All
back
right.
in?
You are back in, Mike. Thank you.
Okay, cool.
And let's reveal our clue.
Several years before becoming the voice of the Cardassian computers on DS9, Judy Durand provided an off-screen voiceover in this Star Trek film.
Players, you have 30 seconds. Kapla.
someone's typing after the thing ended.
Oh,
Rigged.
because I couldn't finish what was my joke.
I can't think of.
There are 4 of you, so it's taking me a little bit longer.
Take your time. We've got
Excuses.
we got till tomorrow to do this.
All right.
Yeah, Patrick doesn't need sleep.
Thomas, you had 1,000 points in your final. Jeopnerdy, what was your response to the clue?
It's Star Trek Into Darkness. That is incorrect.
I don't know what that is. How much was your wager?
I remember that movie.
1,000. Unfortunately, that takes you down to 0. Sorry about that,
I
Thomas.
remember that movie.
Rigged.
Drama.
I also wagered Omni, so Omni's lost now.
Yes, he said 1,000 plus Omni, which I'm not sure what that means.
Omni's lost. Oh well.
Gromit, you had 1,200 points in your final. Jeopardy. What was your reply?
It is The Wrath of Khan. Unfortunately, that is incorrect. Sorry about that.
And what was your wager? 1,109 points, leaving you with 91 points. Interesting.
Oh crap.
Mike, you had 2,800 points. Second place, excuse me. Your response was?
It's Star Trek 2. Unfortunately, that is incorrect. Sorry about that.
And what was your wager? All of it, taking it down to 0.
Very curious about this.
Was this a Star Trek movie or was it a different from a different franchise?
Patrick, you had the lead at 9,200 points. Your response was?
It is the Space Dock Controller's voice. Well, that's correct. That's what she played, but that's not the name of the film.
Shoot, I misread the question and did not listen to your crap.
Hope you bet it all.
What are you planning to do? Just walk through them?
Calm yourself, Mercer.
Oh.
That's what you get for missing that.
I didn't realize. Okay.
That's what you get for missing
Danger. Space doors are closed.
That's her?
Danger.
Okay.
That's her.
Okay.
All right. What was your wager, Patrick?
91.99. Oh,
9,190 points. 99 points. Giving you 1 point. And
Mercer.
with 91 points, Gromit is the champion.
Let's go, Mercer.
Wow.
Nice.
Oh, I definitely fucked that up. Sorry. Explanation.
Pretty awesome.
Patrick, why did you bet anything?
Oh, crap.
Oh,
The reason I said Wrath of Khan, there was a reason I said Wrath of Khan, is that, like, I know there's, like, a story where Ricardo Montalban filmed all of the scenes before Shatner even went to the set. And so, in both cases, a script girl was reading lines to the actor that he was responding to. And same with Shatner. So I figured it was probably her.
My head immediately went to First Contact at the very beginning when you're hearing the chatter over the Borg battle before the Enterprise joins in. But you said the clue said it was before DS9, so I said that can't be right. So then I'm thinking back, I'm like, where are their voiceovers in the original 6 films? I couldn't think of anything. Okay.
And John said she was the voice of the DS9 computer. Oh, yeah, the other. She was the space dock doors.
Now, here's an interesting fact you might not know: the computer voice of the Orville is actually Seth MacFarlane's sister.
Yep.
Yeet.
Did you know that?
Did not know that.
Those are very good words, Anna. I think Tokyo should listen to you.
Brad.
Good night, Brad.
Night.
That was so unexpected.
Oh no, she was also at the beginning of the film because she's the one who says, "Enjoy the ride and welcome home."
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, that's her too. Okay. I didn't.
Did
I went
she
through my
do the
mental
voice-
Rolodex of like, where are their voiceovers in the OG 6 films? But I
Did,
couldn't
did
think of
she do
anything.
the voiceover in part 6 when they're talking about you're ready to receive the company, and it's like that she reads out the entire registry number of the Enterprise as the shuttle is approaching space dock? NCC 1701A. Remember that? Is that
Oh
her?
yeah, which is
I do remember that,
1701
yes.
Alpha.
I do
yeah.
recall.
Alpha, that's right. Yeah, was that her doing the voice?
I don't know.
That's a good question, Mercer.
SD103, you are cleared. That's a man, I know. Male voice.
I think that Nicholas Meyer and his writer Flynn, his co-writer for Star Trek 6, I think they were drunk when they wrote the script. I think they were really drunk because the script is really good, but there's so many little flaws in it, like little annoying things about it. So yeah, I think they were drunk. Flynn is. I don't think he knew anything about Star Trek when he wrote the script for Star Trek 6.
Who knows?
He said on the commentary he had never seen Star Trek before he was asked to write the script for that movie.
Commentary tracks, something I never could stand to watch.
Really, you don't like commentary tracks?
No, I find it distracting.
Yeah.
Trying to listen to the commentary track while watching the movie, then I want to hear the movie, and then I'm not paying attention to the commentary track, and it doesn't work for me. My brain is just not wired good enough for it. Yeah.
Well, to me, I've seen the movie so many times that I don't mind listening to somebody talking about it, especially if they make it interesting. You know, if they find a way to keep it a little funny. I think Shatner and Nimoy did a great commentary track for the Voyage Home together. They were obviously having.
Remember where we parked?
What?
Does everybody remember where we parked?
Goated line.
But yeah.
It's so weird that Scotty doesn't have enough power to beam Chekhov off that aircraft carrier, but he keeps beaming people from the park onto the ship, which is right there anyway. Or they just walk into the park, but instead of taking the ramp, he beams them onto the ship.
I in my mind, it was always the further away you want to beam, the more power it uses.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense, and also because they're on an aircraft carrier, which they have to cut through all of the hull and the radiation, that's that they're actually trying to get. But it's just weird that they would use up the power. But it makes for a cool movie, though. It makes it cool to see them beaming around, and I think Star Trek 4 was targeted to people that are not typically Star Trek fans. So they wanted to put little reminders that, beaming is a cool thing.
Beaming is a cool thing.
It is. It's a cool thing. I mean, I kind of miss when it was.
Except you die every time you're transported. No, I'm kidding.
Are you? Yeah, you're kind of disassembled and then reassembled, and they could just make another copy of you.
Yeah, only
like do an
just
avatar.
stupid.
Yeah, beaming from Kronos to Earth, that's impossible.
And the other way around, also impossible.
I agree.
You know what I really hated? There was so much about that movie I hated, but the scene at the end where they show that McCoy had taken all of the people out of the torpedoes, and they try to make it look like there were 70 people like laying down in the sick bay. It looks so bad. That shot was so terrible. Like 72 cryostasis things in the in sick bay. That was terrible.
Yep.
Did you know that by the time we get to here's an error that hasn't happened yet in that movie? They go to Jupiter. and Scotty, finds Section 31's operation, and they're in Jupiter. But by that time, Jupiter's red spot will probably have vanished.
We don't know that.
They're predicting it'll go away in maybe 20 years.
Yeah, we don't know that. It could start enlarging again.
It could.
Who knows? Maybe it's a new spot. It's in Jupiter going to puberty.
Well, they have theorized because observations of Jupiter in, let's say, the 17 and 1800s, they never did see the spot then, or at least no one reported it. And then it came back.
It was really stupid, though, for Chekhov and Voyage Home.
Nuclear vessels?
Well, that wasn't a nuclear aircraft carrier, though.
Yeah.
The Ranger was not nuclear. It was the Ranger they were filmed outside of.
Yeah,
and it's not a nuclear aircraft carrier.
But it's supposed to be the Enterprise.
And that'd been
Yes, I've read. I've read that there were two reasons that they used the Ranger instead of the Enterprise. One, that the Enterprise was at sea at the time. And two, even if the Enterprise had been in port, for security reasons, they wouldn't have been able to film in the nuclear reactor spaces.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Why don't you tell me what your real name is and what these things here are? If you want to take it from the top.
Top of what?
I don't know your name.
You play games with me, mister. You're through.
I am? May I go now?
It's so great that movie, just quoting the lines, just still makes people smile. It's just makes it one of the best movies. There are people out there, and I'm not going to mention names, who don't really like Star Trek 4, and I'll never understand why.
Nope, it's my favorite Star Trek film.
Yeah, it's a solid film, and then you add the humor on top of it, and it becomes a great film.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
And also, I'm of the opinion that the music is great. People are like, "Oh, Rossinen's score is not nearly as good as Horner's," and I'm not saying it is, but I can't picture a score that would be more fitting. I love it. I actually love the score.
Well, I don't think Horner's music would fit that movie.
Right.
I don't think it would have. No.
That's what I'm saying. Is that like Rossinen just kind of he knew what the job was, he knew what the tone was, and he got it.
If you close your eyes and listen to the music for 2 and 3, it sounds like a swashbuckling pirate adventure.
Yeah.
4 and 2 and 3 basically were that. 4 wasn't.
No.
And
it needed something different.
I heard that
like it bothers my OCD that the trilogy didn't have the same composer for all three. However, Rosenman was a better pick for 4 than Horner. And
also, Horner basically wrote Star Trek 3's score in a week, and he basically just redid most of Star Trek 2. He reused a lot of cues, and then wrote some more Vulcan theme stuff, which was awesome. But it didn't really challenge him as much as you might think. From the third film.
And then Idleman was just amazing in 6.
Yeah, Idleman, he's kind of like, every time I listen to that, I think of like the Holst and the Bringer of War, that stuff.
The planets.
Yep. I think there's a lot of good scores in the shows too. Like Next Generation, once in a while you find great music. I love Who Watches the Watchers, the music for that.
Of all the composers that have ever done anything for Trek, Ron Jones sits atop the power rankings 1,000%.
Oh yeah, it's Ron Jones.
He's 100% on top of power rankings.
Romney.
Romney? What?
Omni was talking about the booby trap ending, and I'm so glad they went with the cue from Who Watches the Silent and Least rather than the actual what they were going to use. You know what I mean?
You know what's kind of sad? They're scrapping the Enterprise.
Not even the aircraft carrier.
Yeah, the last one.
Hmm.
Supposed to this year, they're supposed to be starting to take it apart.
Mitt Omni.
So yeah, I was saying, I watched this movie last night called Mad God, which is a stop motion feature. The guy who filmed it did a lot of the stop motion effects for Star Wars and Jurassic Park. You know, you would do like the chess pieces moving around in Star Wars, or you would do the AT walkers. But this film was very disturbing. I don't know if anybody here would like it. It was
I'm
like
sure John would. Sounds like a John film.
It's like watching a Tool video for like an hour and a half.
Omni's clearly had too much to drink.
Nonsense.
Distinct possibility.
Omni, I assume it goes without saying when you and your Borgified self go to parties, you do dance the robot.
Well, we do know that drones can't hold their liquor.
That's true. That's true.
How do we know that?
7.
7 of 9.
Yep.
We are as one.
We are one.
We are as one.
Oh.
Is it true that Wesley Crusher actually was in Nemesis?
Yes, and a deleted scene, but yes.
Well, you still see him in the movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
that's
still
true.
see him.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. His speaking role was the deleted scene.
Yeah,
That's right.
that was yeah.
Now here's my big Nemesis question, because I remember getting into a huge argument about this with a certain other YouTuber, which I will not name. Is
Gee, I wonder who that is.
The opening scene that I'm talking about that supposedly has Wesley in it, that was, according to what I heard, that was in Alaska, right? They're doing the toast and the roast, for the before the wedding, in Alaska, right? But the other guy that I won't mention thinks it was on the holodeck.
Yeah, he's just wrong.
What do you think?
Given that you see the ceremony and then it cuts to the Enterprise and they're basically spitting distance from the neutral zone, I wouldn't think it would have been back on Earth. But I could be wrong.
But the commentary track says they're in Alaska. But again, you're right, because there's a lot of good reason to believe that they're just on the holodeck. It's such a confusing detail to me that they couldn't figure out where we don't know where they are. And I hate that. I hate, like, for example, in Search for Spock, they never show an exterior shot of where they are when they're rescuing McCoy and doing stuff. Tiny scene, where what's his name? Sulu is talking to Tiny. Like, where are they? You know what I mean? Are they on Earth or are they in space dock?
They're in New Zealand, obviously.
Mercer, consider this. Why would they not be at Earth?
Well, are they on space dock? I thought they were on space dock.
No, listen. The in Alaska part. Why wouldn't they go to Alaska, but then do go to the
Betazoid?
Betazat? Yeah.
Betazoid. Betazoid. Yeah.
That could also then have happened on the holodeck. So why
Riker's from Alaska, and they want to do
exactly. So for me, it's always been Alaska, and then to the other planets to Betazat.
I'm not saying it's right, but the transcript says Earth, Alaska Pavilion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Memory Alpha says it's in Alaska, for what it's worth. So
You know, the other guy tried to edit Memory Alpha to say it was on the holodeck. I don't know if his correction has stood.
Yeah, I understand all the reasons for why it should be Earth. Just when I was always watching the movie, I always assumed it was the holodeck, just because right after that they show the Enterprise flying through space, nowhere near Earth.
yeah, that was my point. Like
And I agree with you.
it cuts from the scene to the Enterprise flying through space, and in that scene is where they pick up B4 signal, and they're spitting distance from the neutral
Yeah.
zone.
Mhm.
Well, we don't know how much time this
If you
went
look on
by,
the-
though.
It's true.
Wait, if you look on the Memory Alpha, it says Earth with holodeck in parentheses, but that was added when I was live talking to the other guy. He edited it himself because originally it just said Earth. Nobody has.
No,
changed
no
that.
wonder Memory Alpha is so messed up.
Yeah,
Marshall,
Indeed.
don't always
but he did
don't
it on the
always
show.
listen
This
to
is
that
like 2
cranky
years
old
ago.
man.
I like the guy, but he literally
Oh, I do
made the
too. But
change. You see, it says Earth and it says holodeck in parentheses. He literally made the change during a stream while we were talking about it.
See, I never got the impression that they were on Earth. I just assumed that some time had passed since the ceremony, because they said that they were going to go to Beta Z. So I just assumed that they got on the ship and left, and when the relevant part of the movie showed up, they switched to that scene. They were in mid-flight.
Here's the point I want to make though. It's confusing, and a lot of these films have moments that are seemingly insignificant, but shows that they're not thinking about the details. For example, in Generations, they beam Picard down to what is it, Viridian 3 or is it Viridian 4? I don't know. They
3.
beam him down with a Federation transporter signal because it's blue, and you know what I mean? But he's being beamed from the Klingon ship, which makes it make no sense at all. You know, little details like that actually matter.
As a kid, I never realized that was what happened. That they beamed him over to the Klingon ship, then they beamed him down. Because as a kid, I always wondered. I was like, what happened to his comm badge when he beamed down? I never pieced it together that that's actually what they did until years later.
Well, actually, Mike, that's a funny thing that you just say there. What I always got from the movie was that the bird of prey relayed the coordinates for the planet that they needed to beam Picard to. So it was Enterprise beaming him down. And in the production, they just forgot to bring his comm badge to the filming location. Of course, now knowing that they forgot the comm badge, we can think about, okay, maybe he beamed to the Klingons and the Klingons beamed him down. But then you get Mercer's issue that the beaming effect is the wrong one.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I don't get.
Is that actually? Wait, is that actually why he doesn't have it? Because they forgot to bring it with them to the film
One
set?
of the making also said that they forgot it.
No, the
That's-
Klingons take the badge from him.
I don't
Yeah.
get how beaming changes for series. It just doesn't make sense to me. And like in Endgame, in the future, when Harry beams off the shuttle, it's a Voyager transporters thing.
Yep.
Should that be different since every other ship looks different?
It should have been the same effect they used in All Good Things.
Yeah, well, the transporters should
Oh.
they should have just picked one, use the TNG for everything, and just that's Federation to be done with it.
Yeah.
Like, why does Voyager have a different transporter pattern?
And let's not forget that Voyager
just
has
new.
Batman armor, Batmobile armor. You know, it's like shields, and you can see the Batmobile armor surround the ship.
What's everybody's favorite beaming effect?
Star Trek 2, Wrath of Khan, where you just get this long-winded beaming sound as they're going through Regula, and you hear this whoosh, 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 and then they finally get down to the underground station.
I always liked Voyager's version.
Yeah, Voyager's is nice.
Yeah.
You know what I find interesting is that in the House of Quark, Quark gets kidnapped by a Klingon, and they go to Kronos. and Cisco and nobody cares. You know what I mean? Like nobody on the station says we just lost our bartender because some Klingon kidnapped him. Nobody cares at all.
Well, there was that one time when Quark and Rom got into Cisco's office through the Jeffrey 2, where they call it.
Oh, that was
And
so
Cisco,
funny.
he didn't seem to care after. He just looked like, okay, whatever.
I love the fact that he just was looking into space. He's just like, yeah, I think you took a wrong turn.
Can I help you, gentlemen? And then Cisco just sits there like, oh, okay.
I think one of the most inspired storylines in terms of how they would actually mix a B storyline with an A storyline is the fact that the entertainment machine that Geiger was creating got Wei Yun's attention, and then somehow Jake thought that Kai Wynn was responsible for something. That was just hilarious, but it's confusing, like because it was two separate plot lines. It's Kai Wynn talking to Cisco about, Wei Yun's offer, and all of a sudden now the storylines, which are separate, have crossed by the end of the episode because Jake sees Kai Wynn on the station.
You mean Kai, what you leave behind?
Yes. Kai
Bingo.
Wynn.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Oh, you got bingo, Jeff. Congratulations.
Yes, I won at Star Trek Bingo.
You weren't like that before the beard.
Oh, you're so stolid.
I've never kissed you with a beard before.
Even though she did several times.
Which is
whatever.
provably false, yeah.
Just laughing.
I think she was kidding.
Well, she is horrible at her job, so maybe she couldn't remember.
You say yuck?
It's so weird that like they were looking up who the Sona were working for, and when they find so White, they don't really treat it as seriously as you think they would, because So White is like the most important thing in the galaxy. I don't know, just kind of a weird, strange way they wrote that movie. They really should have, incorporated more ideas from the war into that movie.
That movie should have had a bigger impact on
the war.
On the war, because they basically found the Fountain of Youth planet, and well, as Vreenak puts it in The Pale Moonlight, you're experiencing a manpower shortage. So when you have the Fountain of Youth planet, you might want to take advantage of it.
I agree with you. And also the movie itself would have been better if they actually made the Star Trek universe feel like there was something really going on and put more references to the war, or that a war was happening in the movie to make the stakes seem a little bit higher. I don't know. Just the movie kind of lacked a little bit of a punch. I remember Ebert saying that the problem with that movie is that the bad guys are correct, and I kind of agree with him.
They did delete the librarian from that movie.
What?
And it deleted a scene when they're going through the record about the Sona.
Okay.
There's a librarian in there. She gives like Riker a dirty look when he's talking loud.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying that
you just cannot let it go, wrong. Can you?
Hey, it's true.
The crew.
I live in your brain.
Well, my condolences on that.
Preview state.
That I live in your brain?
Yes, it must be very bad for you in there.
Oof.
You put me there.
So, what, John? Was it the fact that you forgot to pay for your internet? Was that the problem?
No, that was not the problem.
I was just guessing because it's happened to me before where I just forget. It's just like, I thought I paid everything, and all of a sudden I lose my internet, and I'm like, What happened? What's going on? And it's just because I forgot to pay for it.
Now, the worst thing is stuff that they take out yearly, and you just don't remember when it's coming up.
Right. Exactly. Could be. Yeah. I was thinking that maybe you just forgot to pay for it, and that was the problem.
That's a very good point. Track reviewer, that's a very good point.
Yes, especially the Wesley part of it.
And we do know that she opened up a bar after she left the Enterprise D, so on Earth.
It's just
or no, she already had that bar.
I don't know what you're talking about, Thomas.
10 Forward on 10 Forward Street, or where the hell it is.
What?
10 Forward was on the Enterprise D, not on Earth.
No, it's a street in San Francisco or Los Angeles or whatever.
Yeah, Los Angeles was destroyed in the Hermosa quake.
Thomas, I just don't know about you.
I'm sorry, but that season is canon. The other seasons are not.
Well, yeah, all the seasons of TNG are canon, certainly.
I want my daddy. I want to see my daddy right now. Now.
I won't break it, Papa.
I have a feeling that John is going to come up with a category about kilolaterals being slaved to a different computer.
This is the Ferromental Drive Unit.
Of course, I'm not stupid, human.
We need a visual category. Throw Ferengi up on the screen and identify them.
I like the idea that Odo brings that episode up when he's talking about Worf's like mess ups as a security officer. He says a couple of Ferengi used a couple of dingy Klingon ships to take over the Enterprise.
I liked when they did that in DS9. They would poke fun at TNG. O'Brien had the joke about how they could never keep the holodecks working on the Enterprise.
My question is, why did Odo just happen to have that pad laying there? He just like picked it up and started reading it. Was he just like preparing for this moment?
He was preparing for it.
Yes.
Yeah. Because Worf was already criticizing him a couple of times.
I like when I'm not a big fan of Jadzia, but I love the moment where she's like, when Worf tells her that he used to be laughed at on the Enterprise, she's like, that must have been one dull ship.
Well, I don't remember that we laughed at him. We did deny him every time.
No, it was like he was saying that he made the people laughed at his jokes or something.
Yeah, I know.
Not laughed at him like teasing him, but
Impossible.
Which of course I don't remember them laughing at his jokes, but whatever. Don't remember him making jokes.
One of my favorite
Women
little
doesn't
moments.
make jokes.
One of my favorite little moments. One thing I love about Star Trek is that you can get so much out of a simple word or glance that you can't get in most franchises. And when Nog brings up maybe the soulless minions of Orthodoxy finally caught up with him, and Odo just looks at him and is like, "The who?" Because like not even he's heard of these guys. You know what I mean? But there's so much to the way he acts. Who?
I never expected in that episode that the Dominion was the soulless minions of Orthodoxy.
It's just they really know how to play up the humor. It's just by a simple glance. It's not the fact that the soulless minions of Orthodoxy is a funny name. It's the fact that they're like an organization that he's never heard of because he hears about everybody.
My favorite like death stare, singular look, whatever that anybody ever gives ever in Star Trek is in First Contact when right after Worf joins the ship and Riker goes, "You have to remember how to fire phasers." Just the look Michael Dorn gives him was perfect. You do remember how to fire
that was good.
phasers.
I heard that Griffin Island was
Oh,
fake.
shit.
It was not a real island where they were going to send all the escape pods.
Yeah, I think they made that up.
I'm just wondering how they got the escape pods back without the Vulcans noticing.
They beamed them back into place.
Maybe they just left everybody 20th
Omni, good joke. Nice ship. Good team.
Maybe they just
Nice
left
host.
everybody there.
Gravatt Island will be answered in next week's games.
Well, I think it was based on
A
the name
distinct
of
possibility.
somebody related to Moore, and also the day of first contact was, I think, Braga's son's birthday. Like,
So,
yeah, they didn't just pull those dates and names out of a hat. They gave it some thought. Now, Brandon Braga, who wrote some of the script, he has a cameo in First Contact, and Moore was also going to have a cameo, but he never got around to doing it. Braga's cameo was when they first opened the holodeck. He's the guy smoking on the side. He's sitting down, smoking, as Neelix, the guy that plays Neelix, is talking to them about the attire that you're supposed to have. Braga is the guy that's hanging out in that waiting room.
I'm sorry, gentlemen, but we're closed. And you do understand we have a strict dress code. So if you boys don't leave right now,
Hey, what's shaking dicks? I kind of love Mickey in the Nose. I think he was such a cool character.
If they're closed, what does it matter what they're wearing?
Yeah. It's like, I like when he just lights his matches with his nose. I thought that was great.
Mercer, you may know this. Why is it called the Orville?
Well, it's obviously because of Orville Wright, the creator of the. And according to Seth MacFarlane, he was reading a biography about the Wright brothers, and Orville was the lesser of the two. He wasn't thought of as highly as Wilbur.
Oh, I didn't know if it was like some personal connection he had in his past, like something.
He was looking for a name for the ship for a while, and then once he thought about the Orville, he was like, "Oh, that's kind of perfect," because it wasn't too serious either. It had a funny sound to it.
You sure it was because he had some popcorn one night and just says, this looks like a good name.
To do with Orville Redenbacher. Nope. I like the fact that show tried to do things that TNG didn't do well, that you think that he wouldn't have done because they weren't done well. What I'm talking about was like having schools on the ship, having little kids in the cast, things like that don't play very well. He did them anyway, and he did them better. Those two kids that play Finn's sons, they're really good kids. Having the schools on the ship, that worked pretty well. They even got Troy, Marita Sirtis, to play one of the teachers.
Isaac should have just vaporized him when he asked.
Wow. Well, on that happy note, I want to go ahead and point out while everyone's still here, or at least most of us, that I will unfortunately be unable to do Jeopardy next week because I'm going to be out of town. But hopefully we'll be back in 2 weeks.
Are we all invited to the party you're going to?
You want to go to a party, you need to talk to Omni.
Oh, okay. I was thinking that you're going to some kind of awesome event.
No, afraid not.
You're awesome. I got to tell you, by the way, John, my trip to Tampa was terrible. Me and my brother do not get along. And my Christmas and my Christmas Eve, it was a terrible time.
How dare you, John, make his trip to Tampa horrible?
Well, trips to Tampa tend to turn out that way, unfortunately.
Now,
As
on
long
a more serious note,
right, so it's okay.
on a more serious note, Goodman, who does a lot of the stuff writing for Orville, he did the comic books. He co-writes the scripts with Seth. I heard his entire house was burned in the fires.
That's
along
too
with a
bad.
bunch of other people. Along with a bunch of other people. It's terrible what's going on over there. You know, there are more people living in LA County than in the entire state of New Jersey. So, yeah, it affects a lot of people.
Even in Bajor?
Right. Nobody comes out alive.
Only nut jobs live in New Jersey.
Jojo Krakow. Who do you like better, Krakow or what's his face? Oxmix. Boss Osmix. Oxmix. Who do you like better?
Well, never really had much of a preference per se.
I can never remember which one is which. Who's the one they met first?
That's Oxmix.
Okay, then Krakow.
You like Krakow better? Yeah.
Yeah.
Should have given him the heaters.
Out of the question. It's strange that Kirk was making up the rules for Fizbin, and yet by the 24th century it had become a real game.
Yeah, that was cool.
And I love that Quark keeps advertising this holodeck program called Vulcan Love Slave.
Don't forget Volume 2.
Mhm.
Nobody dies in Vulcan Love Slave. What was that one song that they were talking about? The angry Vulcan and his dog or something?
Oh yeah, the laughing Vulcan and his dog.
Which is
I love when
not.
they do crack shots at Vulcan. They just like decide to make fun of Vulcans.
They only laugh in dreams.
Indeed.
Or when you hook them up to some medical equipment on Voyager and turn their emotions off.
Well,
that too, yes.
I was watching Tacking to the Wind last night, and I really loved how Nana Visitor kind of played two roles. Like she literally became a Vorta when she had to do it on the spur of the moment. She literally decided to act like that Vorta chick that was there. You know what I mean? It was just really cool the way they played that scene. And it kind of reminds me. It kind of reminds me when the episode Things Past, when they're all in the Cardassian-owned Terok Nor, and you realize that what's his face, the guy that plays from RoboCop, Kurtwood Smith, he's not playing Thrax, he's playing Odo. They just don't know that at first, but everything about the way he's playing the character is completely Odo. You know what I mean? Like the way he's delivering the lines, the way he's analyzing everything that's happening. He is playing Odo almost as well as Renee. It's a really good performance. Because they think he's Thrax, but he's not. He's Odo.
Okay.
Remember, at the end, they find out that he's not really Thrax. It was a big trick to make Odo feel guilty or something like that for what he did. Nobody remembers. I guess nobody.
Yeah.
Guys,
I remember that part, yes.
Yeah. I'm just saying that Kurtwood Smith deserves some credit for playing the part perfectly, even if you didn't know he was doing it.
Yeah,
I loved him as Anarax.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, okay.
Put Janeway out of her misery.
I like the Mr. President. This president is not above the law.
Yeah, he's good at that too.
Which is why we're going to prepare a military operation to rescue Kirk. And have a Romulan ambassador even say, yes, do it.
Time's up. Well, I agree, Iverick.
Time to
My
take
time
out the
is up.
garbage. Time to take out the garbage.
Say it, Omni. Omni is not here.
Omni's at some party for Paramount.
There's
John,
coffee at that party.
thank you for the awesome games, awesome
Yeah, thank
questions.
you guys.
Thanks, Patrick.
Appreciate you coming on, Patrick.
Guess I have to
I'm
find something
happy
else to
be
do.
here. I'm glad that that some of my points have been donated to Goodwill.
Wow. So you're saying we need... Oh, wow, man.
What? No, my points.
There's
Some of
Foley and
them
punctuality coming up right there.
to Goodwill.
Foley and punctuality. There's Omni.
Time's up.
Oh, dear.
Oh my!
Indeed, Omni, my time is up.
Omni, go to Kuroga.
Okay.
Sleep well, everybody.
Take care, Patrick.
All right, Patrick.
Bye,
Have a good night or morning, Patrick.
You can't get away. And he did. Oh, well.
Good game tonight. That was fun. I was watching most of it.
That last game was quite interesting
Yes, it was.
at the end.
Yep. Good questions. I'm kind of glad I missed this week, John. You were trying to be extra abusive.
Oh, sorry about that.
I didn't think that first game was too bad.
Rules of acquisition numbers is
Yeah. I mean, registry numbers too after that. Okay. I'm like, okay. I'm kind of glad I'm missing this week.
I'm still trying to scratch my head over the Joaquin questions, but I'll never figure that out. There's two Joaquins, and you couldn't just take one or the other.
Well, there's Joaquin and there's Joachim. It's two different characters.
You know, they're the same.
Oh, it's just, yeah.
The same guy. They're even pronounced the same. It's just the way of the actor chooses to pronounce it.
Well, the actor changed then too, right? Because you saw him in Space Heat. He
But
looked
it's
different
supposed
than.
to be the same guy.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm just like scratching my head because I was only partially paying attention to him. I'm like, what the heck is going on? Why isn't that the correct answer? Really? Judson Scott, that's him. But John is the arbiter of right and wrong.
Where's Ling and McPherson? Where were they? Were they in the Wrath of Khan?
Well, they were not casted, as far as I know.
Who was the other one? It was Ling.
Where's Burke and Samno?
No.
Mr. Cass, do you know Gilbert and Sullivan?
No, I have
No,
not
sir.
had a chance to meet all the new crew members. That's the best line in that movie, by the way. Their composers
Better
are-
than have you noticed how your boobs have started to firm up?
You know, it is better because because Worf is a great streamer and Picard is like their composers. Worf.
Oh, that scene! I saw a clip on my computer that Salty sent me when he did the movies and he had birds like floating ahead and go, did you guys say boobies?
But Worf knows Irving Berlin in Nemesis.
That's
He
true.
shakes his head. He goes, "Oh, Irving Berlin," and he puts his head down in his lap on the table.
Yep.
One thing, the thing about Nemesis, not Nemesis, Insurrection that I didn't like was the special effects. And when I say the special effects, I mean like the style, like showing like a ship from very far out and then zooming in on the window and seeing the pilot inside. We did that a few times. They show the ship spinning and then they show the inside where they just spin the camera. I always hated shots like that where it just looks so fake. Everything about that movie looks incredibly fake. The sets, the ships.
But didn't somebody else do the special effects on that movie?
It just
Insurrection.
looks fake.
It wasn't ILM though, right? It was somebody else. It was, yeah.
I think Red Letter Media said it best. It was like it looked cheaper than an episode of Alf.
It wasn't as bad as Star Trek V, but it was definitely
That
not
is true.
the best visuals.
What?
And
You're
then
wrong.
cheap out on the blue screen at the end. You know, with the
Well, that's the worst part. That's that's. Although the shuttle stuff on the planet wasn't that bad, was it? I mean,
I didn't think it was that bad.
right, the space stuff I thought was worse than when they were battling on the planet, where the two shuttles were, dogfighting on the planet.
Oh, I remembered my favorite moment that tops the Gilbert and Sullivan line. My favorite moment in Insurrection is Geordie LaForge delivering the best line he's ever delivered, when he's like, he looks at the engine room and he's like, and we're fresh out of warp core. The fact that he looks at it first as if to check is the funniest thing he's ever done on the show. He's like, there's nothing to keep him from doing it again. Pause, and he looks at it, and he's like, we're fresh out of warp cores. It's almost like the movie couldn't decide if it wanted to be serious or like a spoof of Star Trek. It's a total mess. Excuse me. I enjoy watching it. It's entertaining. It's
welcome. So I say welcome to Planet X. I'm sorry that you're not feeling well.
Hey, Planet X.
But yes, you heard correctly. There is no Jeopardy next weekend.
Boo.
What about Jeopardy?
Rigged.
Well, I don't know what this Jeopardy is, so I can't really answer that question.
save your energy, save yourselves, avoid the planet Earth at all costs.
I think it's a very short video that somebody just made up using clips from the TV show called Jeopardy.
Jeopardy.
What is Jeff?
And it gets very dumb very quick.
It's like an episode of Strange New Worlds.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
shots fired. Shots fired.
I think you nailed it, John.
How many more days, Omni, until we have to plunge into this
despair?
Well, I'm really glad you asked that question, because right now where I am on the East Coast, it's 12:40 a.m.
Right.
Which means we are only 12 days away from the special movie event. Highly anticipated special movie event,
I heard
Section 31.
reviews that they're saying it's terrible on Twitter.
It's going to be beyond terrible. It's going to be so terrible that we'll be talking about it probably for months. How bad it was afterwards.
I've decided I will probably sort of participate in watching it.
You have to. How could you not?
Easily.
There's a lot of reasons I could not.
Oh,
mainly
it's going to be
because I
so
don't like
bad.
the character of Giorgio.
Yes.
Giorgio.
Philippa Giorgio. Mm-hmm. Empress.
See, Hoshi made a better Empress. She was smarter too.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Aravic said, I'm glad it's just a movie instead of a series.
That's probably why they made it.
Yeah.
They couldn't get her to do a whole show. They just said, "Oh, we got her for 2 days. Let's shoot the movie quick."
And Planet X says, honestly, it looks so bad, I just want to see it. Exactly. That's exactly how I feel. It looks so bad, you're looking forward to actually watching it to see how bad it can be. For some of us, anyway, except John.
Indeed.
First, one brief
the
announcement.
only race.
I just wanted to mention, for those who have asked, that absolutely nothing whatsoever will happen on the day of 01 by 24 by 25.
No, wait.
I repeat, Nothing will
The race
happen.
of white,
Please
black,
remain
what are they
calm.
called? What are those people called? The white, black,
Just drop it in. Just drop it in.
half-face people. They're going to be on there. What other familiar? Are they going to have Romulans on that movie? Are they going to have Klingons? Like, what other races are going to be in that?
We know there's a person from Chiron
Yeah,
there.
that's why I mentioned that the white and black face.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, but who else? Are they going to have like Klingons?
Well, there's that guy with that face tattoo stuff and the apparatus on his head. I don't know what that is. I don't know who that is supposed to be. That Philippa's talking to
Right.
in the previews. And the guy hits him in the face. I don't know what kind of alien that is.
Are they going to have the Cantina band?
Of course. No, they'll have Jabba's band, actually. It'll be a little bit... The special edition band.
Oh.
What was that character's name, by the way? The singer.
Which one?
The singer of the special edition of Jabba's band.
Oh, it was terrible. I don't know. He had a yeah, I'm sure he had a name. I have no idea.
Oh, everybody in Star Wars. That was the key to Star Wars success. Is that everybody had a name and an action figure.
But I like the last song on Jedi, Yum Yum, and then they changed it, right?
Yeah, they changed it to something more epic.
I like Yum Yum. That was a good one.
It's called Yub Nub.
I'm sorry, Yub Nub. What was it?
Yeah, Yub Nub.
I like that. I did like that one.
I like both versions. I like the.
Yeah.
I like that Wicket like distracted and he got 3 scout troopers to follow him. That was a great scene. Like,
Eric says there's a move along home
only one
alien.
left.
A move along. So you're talking about the Wadi, right, Aravic? The Wadi. Are they going to be in there? That'll be interesting if they are. I wonder if they'll bring their Klon Peegs with them.
Alvin Moraine, count to 5. Alvin Moraine.
Eric says I like that. You're an alien. I'm an Ewok. Oh, I don't know. I just like the original version, I guess. I thought it ended nicely, the original one. I mean, the special edition was cool where they showed Coruscant and all the other, places we see, but...
So how was the party?
It was very good. It was very good.
The truck reviewer, I'm not going to watch it, of course, but all we know is 2025 for sure.
For what?
Strange New Worlds.
Oh.
Strange Neurological Weirdness, Season 3.
We have that cliffhanger to deal with, guys.
Hegemony. Throw it off the cliff.
Hegemony, yes. Part 2.
I didn't even finish part 1. I'm like, I turned it off once I got back into the town at night. I'm like, this is terrible. This is one of the worst episodes I've ever seen. And they're like, okay, the border is going to change because the planet is moving. So what's...
Yeah.
I'm just like, stop. I literally turned the episode off and I couldn't finish it.
Dum da dum dum.
Mike, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good. How are you doing?
You did great tonight, man. Really good job.
I try.
Yeah, you were on it.
I'm just glad I pulled off a win in that last game by actually getting the question wrong, but not betting everything.
That's how it ends up sometimes in final.
Yeah. When I saw Patrick's bet, I was going, what are you doing?
I thought about betting 0 just because I thought Patrick might overthink it, but I was like, nah, he's more than triple my score. There's no way he's going to overthink this. Whoops.
No, you did good. And your videos have been great. I've been watching your retrospective on TNG, I suppose, right now, and going to be a lot more afterwards, but they're good. Entertaining.
It's Code of Honor's going up tomorrow. And it's
all right. Now you're talking.
It's going to be fun.
Now you're talking. All right.
I may or may not be all negatives to all the categories episode.
I hope that's not too
Just-
much of a
I
spoiler.
will, Matthew.
Just rem- what?
I will
Sorry.
alert Matthew.
That's one of his favorite episodes, right? Code of Honor.
That's
we stayed-
what he said.
He stated
Yeah.
that. Yeah, so it must be true, right?
It must be. Which one did he mean? Did he mean A Matter of Honor, or did he mean Heart
I
of
think-
Glory?
I think he meant Heart of Glory.
It was Heart of Glory. That's right, but he called it Code of Honor.
Because he was mixing it up with the Matter of Honor, I think.
And then I
Because
messed
they
with him and I said Heart of Glory or something, or Heart of Honor or something. I think I said to screw him up even more.
But there's only one bridge.
That's not hard to
One
do.
Riker, there's only one bridge. There's only one Riker. One
Right.
bridge.
Planet X says, just think
Yeah.
about the positives. A Section 31 movie will probably make us appreciate things like Alan Moraine, Red Squadron, and Sub Rosa even more. I don't know about Sub Rosa.
Well, where's
I'd still
Thomas?
rather
He-
watch Sub Rosa over Section 31.
did Thomas leave? He can speak for his Cabal leader, Cinnabon, but that's a highly regarded episode over there. Matthew mixed something up. No way. You must be lying.
Is Babylon 5 still on for this week, Professor?
I've not heard any difference, so I assume we are still on.
Awesome.
That's great.
Excuse me, is this man dead? Is he going to die? Not necessarily.
You're making a mistake.
What logic doesn't work? You raise your voice.
You've been at Paramount too long.
That's right. That's right.
When he was nearly killed by your farmer.
The already Trek viewer says they already spoiled the fact that they rescue the missing crewman because they show clips with them in it from later in season 3 in the trailer. On Strange New Worlds, I think you're talking about the cliffhanger of Hegemony. Is that what you're referring to? I think, yeah.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Well, there's a cliffhanger. They're stuck on the
Oh, I
planet, and the Gorn are surrounding them. Essentially, they're under they're under
stars are
siege
going
by the
wrong
Gorn.
way. The stars are going the wrong way, so I need to switch sides where I sleep.
Okay, Hoshi, no problem.
Going the wrong way.
Whatever makes you happy, Hoshi. No sweat.
The Gorn.
The Gorn.
One of my favorite little lines in Enterprise is when Archer looks at Reed and he says, "You watch too many science fiction movies." He says, "Put the rifles away."
And then they mess up the Romulans in season 2 as well.
What do they do?
Well, in Balance of Terror, which takes place several years later, they don't know anything about what's going on with the Romulans, but there's this scene where they're talking about the Romulans and somebody's having negotiations with them, and it's like, what?
What
Because
is
that's totally wrong.
Yeah, it's true.
Are you talking about Strange New Worlds?
Yes.
Okay, I was trying to figure out what you were talking about.
I mean, we saw them in the end of season 1, but that was a time jump, and it was an alternate universe. That was basically Balance of Terror, right? But I see what you're saying.
Messed up Balance of Terror.
Yeah, 100%. But you're right. I know what you're saying, because Balance of Terror should have been the first we've seen the Romulans ever, or like recent in the last 50 years.
Yeah, something like
After
that.
the war. You're right. So there shouldn't be any negotiations or any talking or anything.
About 100 years.
100 years.
We were talking earlier about the computer voice. We were talking about Julie Durand, but the actual guy that they should have gotten to do the computer voice was the guy that you remember the speaking spells that used to come out. Wrong. Try again. Nope. The correct spelling is AST. They should have gotten that guy to do the computer voice.
But then why is there a Romulan ambassador in Star Trek 5, 6, 4 even? I don't know.
Well, they've established relations by then.
Yeah.
But before Balance of Terror, there should have been no contact with the Romulans since the war.
Okay, and then what
I
about
mean,
TNG, the neutral zone?
I mean, you're talking like 20 years later.
Well, yeah,
The neutral zone TNG, they say they haven't had any contact with the Romulans for 50 years.
50 years. Okay, got
Mhm.
you.
They say 50.
Which is ridiculous. But
So they pulled their ambassadors, basically.
So
in the Lost Era, they pulled their ambassadors. They pulled their people.
This is,
and they got worse tailored uniforms.
We're back.
but TNG saying 50 years. So depending on how you view yesterday's Enterprise, either the 50 years thing is a plot hole, or the timeline we're seeing post yesterday's Enterprise is actually a different timeline than the one we saw everything leading up to yesterday's Enterprise.
It's a part of inconsistency.
Because in Redemption,
yeah,
when Guinan comes up and she's like, "How much do you know what happened to the last ship called Enterprise?" Picard says point blank, "Oh, she was lost at Narendra 3 defending a Klingon outpost from the Romulans." Well, that was 20 years before, not 50 years. So either they screwed up their own timeline, which is probably what happened because Star Trek, or the timeline we see from Farpoint up until yesterday's Enterprise is a timeline that doesn't have Tasha Yar running around on Romulus, and then everything post yesterday's Enterprise is that timeline now that they created by sending her back.
I think it's simpler. I think just kind of forget neutral zone a little bit, or minimize it a bit. That's the easier way to explain it, right? Just put it aside.
They screwed up their own timeline. Yes.
Well, neutral zone is just that they've not had communications with the Romulans for 50 years, right?
So they could be blowing stuff up, but just not talking. They could be.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
well, he said for 50 years there's barely a whisper out of them, and now they're destroying outposts because that's what they think is happening.
Right.
Yeah,
so
but
it's like, okay, this is the first time they've been doing anything in 50 years, is what is implied, and yet by the time Redemption comes around, he's like, "Oh yeah, no, the Enterprise C, the Romulans blew her up 20 years ago."
See, I took that to meaning that there were no interactions with the Federation as a whole, where in yesterday's Enterprise, they were attacking Klingons, not the Federation.
True.
And a Federation ship came to the rescue of, and they just got in the crossfire.
Yeah, that's
true. They blew it
that's
up.
Fair. That's fair.
It's just the neutral zone made it sound like the Romulans were just missing for 50 years.
Yeah.
I think, like Jeff said, the only way to have that make sense is to have them mean that there was no contact with the Federation for 50 years.
No formal dialogue, no diplomacy, right?
Because they also attacked Kittimer when Worf was a baby or whatever. So,
well, because the Mark Alemo even says, matters more urgent caused our absence. Now we're back. So yeah, it's basically like they've been non-existent for 50 years. Is the what the episode's trying to get across.
Wonder what was so urgent.
It's a good
Borg.
question.
That's like the outpost, the Borg.
I kind of took that to mean there was internal conflict, and maybe there was some sort of relationship between Klingons and Romulans. Maybe that it dissolved during that time frame, and that took them away from interactions with the Federation. I don't know.
Yeah.
One idea that Star Trek was really kind of gutsy with that I really liked was for the first 3 or 4 seasons of Enterprise, the Vulcan High Command was really Romulan, manipulating it. I mean, they kind of disbanded the High Command in the 4th season when they find out the Romulans are behind it, even though they never see the Romulans. It was a cool idea.
Pulling the strings from behind.
Yeah. It was really gutsy of them to do that. And even the rank of sub commander, which T'Pol had, that's a Romulan rank, I thought it was a really gutsy thing.
Eric says, I have a DS9 question. How many years was it from the end of TNG and the Cardassian War and DS9? That's interesting. So
I'm not quite sure exactly what he's asking here.
Like, do you mean the treaty that was signed by Nechayev? And
around that time, the formation of the DMZ and the treaty.
Well, the first reference to the Cardassians was in The Wounded.
Yep.
Which was in season 4. And they say in that episode it had been about a year since they signed the peace treaty, like the first one.
Right.
I don't know if you're talking about the Cardassian War that the Dominion was involved with. It was actually the Dominion War, but the Cardassians were involved in that. I'm not sure what you're referring to, Ervik, exactly.
Federation is not prepared for another sustained conflict.
Start of DS9 was middle of season 6 of TNG.
I love The Wounded. That was a great episode, man. That was really good.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
Except for Mark Lamo's facial hair, it was perfect.
You didn't like his little scruffy, his little beard? You didn't like that?
No. You could have done without that. Outside of that, great episode.
It was good. It was good.
Yes.
Goal must set.
Thomas is correct. Janeway did mention fighting in the Cardassian War.
We'll be watching.
She was on the Albatani or the Billings or who knows. One of those.
In Mercer's one time she told Seven a story about going to rescue some injured Cardassian soldier.
Yeah, and he was moaning or something, and they went out and
yep,
and they got him. That's true. And then Trek Reviewer says, I wonder if it's true that Secret Hideout's board of directors told Kurtzman he has to be gone by summer of 2025. What do you mean gone? Gone. Don't make me use some foolish euphemism. He's gone. That would be beautiful, wouldn't it? Oh, man.
I'm not getting my hopes up.
I know. This is such wishful thinking. It's like you're giving a thirsty man, a man dying of thirst, a drop of water. It's like all these Trek fans out there with the ending of Lower Decks and how that went. Everyone's just so excited for maybe the possibility of something good coming. But, yeah, I don't know. Doomcock's getting excited. All the Trek people are getting excited out there in the YouTube world. I don't know. I hope.
We got kind of a late start tonight because of my internet issues, so I'm probably going to start winding it down here for the evening.
Thanks for letting me hang out with you guys.
Of course, you're always welcome. Appreciate everyone joining us, both in the chat and on the panel.
Thanks for having us.
Of course.
I don't know if Omni caught my name from the first game.
One Mercer can make a difference.
One man. No, but I didn't put Michael Knight. I put Remo Williams as
perfect. That works too.
Anyway, thanks, guys. I'm gonna get back to writing. And
Thank you. Thanks for joining us, Mercer.
See you later. And Kat's already in bed, so I can't show her to you guys. Maybe I get her in the shot. Hold on.
Normal.
There, see her up in the up in her bed.
The penthouse, huh? Nice.
That's where she sleeps.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's where she goes when she goes to bed. It's so cute.
Cats like to be up high.
Yeah.
Wow.
And every time she goes up there, I know it's the end of the day. Anyway, thanks, guys. Thanks. Good to see you.
Take care, brother.
Good one.
Keep in touch.
Absolutely.
Have a good night, Mercer.
Good night.
Good night, everyone. And like we said, no game next week, but hopefully we'll be back at our usual time in 2 weeks. Hope we see you all then.
Thanks, John.
Sounds good.
See you
John. Have a
on
good night,
Life
everybody.
See you on Life with Matthew, Monday night, 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Matthew Central Time.
Yes.
Babylon 5.
Excellent. Justice for Tuvix.
Justice was served.